East Summit Dojo #2 for some competitive Mortal Kombat action. We just went hot live on the interwebs. And yeah, we're already starting heavy with PointPrometheus pulling out the Peacemaker Serena combo.
And of course, HF pulling out the Sindel. Now Tremor, with the recent nerfs to the Kung Lao cameo, does not allow him to really play that Sindel Lao as aggressively as he was beforehand.
Yeah, strong as it might be, there's definitely a difference. And when you have competitors that are already used to dealing with that team as strong as it was, that little bit of a reduction in viability can cause big issues, especially now when we've got Peacemaker on the stream, a character that nobody's really feeling bad for, you know, running it with Serena.
Absolutely, and we really don't feel bad right now because although Peacemaker for recently has been a very strong contesting character, it seems that HF is really in the dominant lead right now. Life with everything, meter as well, pretty much equal parts. But the life here, the life difference here is completely gone as you know HF takes the first round very convincingly. PointPrometheus on the Peacemaker maybe has to make a little bit of adjustments here, but I like the Serena cameo. I do want to mention.
Yeah, it's definitely. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys and act like it's the highest IQ thing I've ever seen on the planet, but its competitive viability is really strong. And whenever you have Serena, every single matchup, you have to be constantly concerned and cautious about that Serena call out throughout the entirety of the set. So the stress that can put into Sindel is great, especially with the fact that Peacemaker has access to force field, so he doesn't have to worry about that zoning game as hard.
Absolutely, all forces the breaker has to reset pretty much reset neutral here as you see Prometheus going in for a little more of a zoning playstyle just because you really don't want to get in that close contact with Sindel. We've seen how HF plays at that close range and it's very, very difficult to deal with. And great anti here on the flow. Yes, this is exactly where Peacemaker can really bring the dominance and then force the break from HF. Very much needed here.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm most curious about is if this zoning game plan does not work out to the level of effectiveness that he's hoping for, if that will also result in a cameo switch, because Peacemaker is one of those characters. He has an answer to everything, so you can essentially pair him with any cameo on the board and get great versatility out of him. And this is going to be close to all she wrote if we don't get a drop here from HF.
Yeah, no drop, a double stun, the scream, and a brutality to boot. The first round of this game going towards HF, and this is first to 3 if I recall.
Yes.
So there are 2 more games for us to go through as hopefully, like you're saying, we might be seeing absolutely no swap. Absolutely no swap. We're going same thing, Peacemaker and Serena.
Yeah, listen, there wasn't enough of a deficit as far as like competitive success in that first set that I think would warrant immediately going over to the cameo change. It could be as easy as like a small adaptation for Point here.
Wow, the constant
nice
highs.
jab to contest, yeah.
Yeah, the constant highs from HF. You see that from Prometheus is really good about utilizing that up block and forces HF to kind of, in the middle of his plan, change it up a little bit because if you do the up block against Sindel, she kind of falters as a character in that regard. It's kind of one of her weaknesses. But I think this game, a lot more close than it appears, but big up block from HF allows this opportunity to get something started and throw PointPrometheus in the corner as this combo only continues. 32%, the Tremor armor also coming in clutch.
Yeah, and we're putting on the little Gucci bullet vest immediately. We're going to lock down in the corner. Here's the scream again. Again, off the back 2 conversion. He's going to have close to enough meter for breaker soon, but I don't think it's going to be worth using it. And again, similar setup.
Big forward throw, again continuing it onwards as we keep Point in the corner, barely living less than 10 HP, and of course the hair whip right there going to be allowing HF to take this round 1 in his favorite. Round 2 going, we could be seeing Point back in the corner again. Unfortunately, can we get out? We definitely do. Just the rush down of characteristics of Peacemaker allows him to get out for free for this amount of pressure. Great stuff from Point.
One of the things I want to note too, keep in mind that Point was just in the corner. The amount of corner carry he got off of that combo to try to like reset the situation. I do think what I'm feeling in my little bones, right? I think the willingness to push the pace a little bit, right? Point's getting like great situations, but then it's just very, very adamant about this game plan of going right back to the zoning anytime he can get the opportunity. Peacemaker does have that capability to just maul the opponent. He's very momentum based.
All right, big breaker. I love the anti-air from PointPrometheus, and he's been really good about utilizing that forward, that jab 1 in order to just make sure that we don't allow HF any kind of space. But the long range scream gonna be connecting somehow. The Tremor coming into the mix of all time. Good, my goodness, we're going over the fatality as well, and thankfully we had to reset the combo a little bit, so it should be the damage gain should not be too terrible for Sindel. Yeah,
the easy confirmation to the fatal blow. My man HF smelling the fear.
Oh.
I don't envy him.
No, absolutely not.
I know a couple of fellas that are into it, but that's their business, you know.
Oh, you got it. All right, PointPrometheus is definitely going for a more long-range game plan, going for these little guns as well. And 1, 2, 3 not going to be utilized on HF whatsoever. HF honestly just playing a life lead game here. Only 18 seconds left. We can definitely run the timer, but now that the armor is on for Peacemaker, it makes it a little bit difficult to actually get in. Big flip out coming in from HF.
Oh.
And another big Tremor cameo coming in clutch.
That's going to be, yeah. We made the attempt. We've got to be really cautious. I think one of the big difference makers, too, has been HF seems to clock in on that set on the realization that as much of a threat as Eagly is, he's completely nullified if you just float in the air, you know? And I think there's, if you're dialed in enough time to react to the amplified gunshot to get yourself out of that situation, Peacemaker could snipe her at distance and turn it into a conversion. Eagly full screen does lead into combos. What we're going to see, back to character select. I don't imagine this is because of HF, who's locked in anyway, you know.
He's fine.
Yeah.
I as someone who unfortunately
no.
almost lived with him base pretty much, he has been really honing this Tremor due to, again, the Kung Lao nerfs that we did get. But I mean, the Tremor Sindel kind of goes crazy, so much so that we're going back to the Astra, and I love
with
Astra.
the Lao too.
I love
As much
Astra.
as Peacemaker is relying on this, I think for the mental stack, this is as close as Point is going to get to pulling out his own Blicky, right? Like this is the character I have been maining since the inception of this game. Usually runs it with Motaro. I've got to imagine that the pick for a Lao cameo is not only going to help, obviously, with mix setups and coverage, but also that deterrent, right? Point has been more comfortable at distance, and Lao will help him maintain that distance if need be.
Absolutely, and we also know HF is very comfortable in that close range. Just with this, gonna be actually going back a little bit, going for that low scream throw instead. And great poke from PointPrometheus, and the great air-to-air as well. The confidence in going head-to-head with HF is so good.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Entertains the thought of the up block there is going to get caught up with this conversion. And we were talking before, like we went live, you know, you were kind of dialing me into the potential of Sindel Tremor. It's not a team I've gotten to see very often. I like the capability of what I'm seeing here. I'm usually not a fan of having to cycle through cameos as much myself, but the what I like about HF with this setup is that he's not solely using it for like one specific thing, which I feel like happens with a lot of setups, right? Like you play Reiko, you're really only doing it for the command grab confirm.
Pretty much.
We're making use of the armor, we're making use of the low. We've seen him throw out the Holy Haymaker.
Absolutely.
Like to check on distance. So we're getting full versatility out of Tremor here.
And on side PointPrometheus, however, the Kung Lao cameo is
nice. Oh, he missed the pickup.
The long cooldown on Kung Lao cameo is very, very much shown here. The nerf is effective in, you know, scaling down Kung Lao, but not making him unusable or unplayable at the very least, unlike, you know, Cyrex. My boy Cyrex is gone.
I'll have a conversation with you about Cyrex later. I will.
I'm about to have a dialogue. That's crazy.
Round 2.
What? No, you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in.
Okay, the air-to-air here is going to be a decent start. I swear Tremor has one of the funniest breaker animations on the planet to me.
Bowling ball. Bop.
Because I see Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk every time he does it.
I love it. I just love the goofiness of Trevor. Who is Trevor? Tremor, absolutely.
That was him in his past life. Listen, this is a multiversal lore. Okay, in some universe he is Trevor and he's just doing just fine. He just owns a coffee shop.
Hello, barista. Big break. Does not want to get mixed again with the overhead coming in from Sindel. The queen of overheads, may I say. Maybe queen of Sindel, but also queen of uplock. Great job from HF in order to maintain this pressure, maintain this combo, and keep this going.
A little bit of a drop,
unfortunately.
but yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough to make a difference. That life lead is just too fat. HF clocking in 3-0 on the first set. Gonna be moving forward. Sindel Tremor might be one of the new teams you want to pay attention to. Keep them on the map.
Low key.
I know a lot of you fellas haven't been looking at it. I think it's time. Give it a little peep. It's just been showcased.
No, very, very excellent. Excellent stuff all around from HF with that Tremor cameo, with only having about a week to prepare that cameo to be quote-unquote tournament ready as well. PointPrometheus, I love the Peacemaker. I love the idea we're going with, especially with the Serena cameo. But unfortunately, it was just that long-range game plan that we were going for was completely invalidated multiple times.
I love the implementation of it, but I think the problem is when you get a matchup like that, there's a bit of a kind of like back and forth between managing when it's time to push in and when it's time to retreat. And I think the biggest problem that Point had in there was that when it was time to push the pace, he was not willing to take the risk.
Yes.
Which gave HF too much freedom to just get right back to his game plan. When HF was put in the same situation, was completely willing to take advantage of the momentum, and I think that hesitation from Point is really what cost it more than anything.
I fully agree with you completely here. We have a couple. Okay. We have 10 people here today, and very exciting to see what's going to be going on. Some of these players I've never seen before, especially when we think about Long Island versus the rest of the greater tri-state area. Some of these players, this is the first time in a while they actually have something in Long Island.
Yeah.
And such a great venue as well, I must say.
And I will say beautiful venue, too, while we're here. We've been
Absolutely.
talking about that earlier.
Like on the outside, it looks like it's a little bit smaller, maybe a little more cramped. And you go inside, and it's like a breath of fresh air. Like it's so well placed and well designed that it doesn't feel too crowded. Doesn't feel, and they have a dedicated gaming area for tournaments like this. As they get ready.
All right, we're just killing a little bit of time waiting for
we
the next match to come up here.
We're yapping. We are definitely chatterboxing right now into our next match. Next match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are prepping for our next competitive set between Maigo and LonelyFans.
Lonely
We're already
fans
talking.
in the world.
We'll say one of the best usernames I've seen recently.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Big
just
fan
too good.
myself.
Big fan of OnlyFans.
Yeah, big fan of
personally.
OnlyFans.
Personally.
And if there's any time and era, where it's like a fitting
Right now.
username. Taking on the Blaze Blue ECT champion and Maigo X Kagami. Now, it is a different game, but fundamental skills do kind of carry over between different titles. So I will say we know in the least execution, not really going to be a problem for Maigo as long as he sets these controls correctly. I'm staring at him.
I'm judging you.
Yeah.
We're all judging you.
Button shortcuts on. You can't do it without?
Omni-Man.
You need the game to help you? I thought you were
Wow,
good.
that's crazy. Wait. Ooh,
And
the
put
call
shortcuts
out.
on?
This is a great thing about commentary, like right in front of the players. You can just talk about them all day long.
Now, I will say, as serious as the competition is today, we are focused on having a good time. If the commentary will be distracting, we apologize. If you don't want me to go too
You'll
hard,
be
let me
alright.
know. I'll be more analytical. I don't mind.
No, y'all grown. We all right.
They're grown for sure, but... Yeah. All right. I'm just
Do
saying,
I
listen,
look like a pro com?
listen,
commentator?
I'm just saying, I remember this is part of a circuit, and I don't want to, I don't want to ruffle feathers that bad. Yeah.
And DTN's chill. Yeah, exactly. They're chill. I know them. They're chill people.
Yeah, but it's a circuit.
We ain't running, please. We're going straight into this next match. All right, we have Shang Tsung and Omni-Man coupled with the Chameleon and Jax respectively. And wow, okay, I Omni-Man and Jax, let's talk about it. Very, very. I feel like I've seen Omni-Man a little couple more different cameos than I do with the Jax.
Yeah, so he has interesting versatility with
Yes.
Jax. Like, you can kind of pair Jax with anybody and super up the damage you're going to get on hit confirms. I think one of the best things with Jax is when you also have a character that has a kind of a segment of their toolkit that allows them to avoid ground pound while the opponent has to hold it. Omni-Man's going to be able to float over while Jax implements that threat.
Oh,
The difference is going to be, I think, how he deals with the Shang zoning, because there is an issue with a lot of Omni-Man players where, and I'm not seeing it from LonelyFans yet, just speaking in general when you play online, a lot of them see Viltrumite stance as the answer to everything. And
And
because
it's
Shang
not.
is a zoner, it's very easy to kind of like fall into that mental trap of Viltrumite stance will get me away from everything. The introduction of not only what Shang can do in response to that, but Chameleon as a cameo where he can now close that gap, do different things. Hit confirms out the wazoo. Of course, the ability to use Jade Glaives if Chameleon is on Jade to reestablish that pressure and get hit confirms full screen, you know?
I was gonna say, LonelyFans has an amazing, had an amazing awareness to use
Nice.
an up block in order to basically delete most of Maigo's like life bar, and we didn't get to talk
You
about it.
see-
It was so good.
You see that air of Viltrumite stance, you can still get your toe sniped out by the fireballs.
And I told you what these do.
And we're gonna spend the meter. Yeah, I respect it too. I like it. And now the threat manages to get away from the unblockable, and this is corner pressure. This is gonna be great for any character in this game.
Oh, especially
Okay,
Maigo with
wait,
the
we're
up
still
block.
able to-
Oh, but yep, absolutely, just gonna
Yep,
be
a-
utilizing.
Impeccable willingness
Yeah.
to challenge on Oki from LonelyFans so far. You don't want to hold pressure if you don't have to. We're going for the full screen Schloberhead.
Going for a little bit of a knuckle sandwich going in there, but the pressure, the ball pressure right here coming from Maigo should be really good, but good low poke. Not gonna be able to get anything off of it though. Just gonna be taking some trades here and there on both sides, trying to find the perfect opportunity, the perfect like this, the forward throw from Jax. Trying to find something, gonna be putting himself in the corner, but then
Shoved
boom, that's
him
exactly what I was
into
looking
it,
for. Exactly what I was looking for with Omni-Man.
And Jax really is. That's your boy, man. that
He's
fella
just
stands out and he waits for
interrupting
support.
everything Shang Tsung is trying to do. You're seeing, you're trying to go for the fireballs. Jax is there. You're trying to go for the downward fireball. So you
Nice
go up.
block.
back
That
in
was
the
actually a
chair.
guaranteed punish. He wasn't on the money with it.
Yeah,
Tries to go for the wake up, yep.
Big W coming in from LonelyFans on the Omni-Man. Okay. Do it again.
All right, we're going straight to character select here. Again, I imagine on the side of Maigo. Now I'm his homie. I've got some ideas as to what he might be going for, and I'm on the. I didn't even get to say it fast enough. What do I research all of this for? The sector piece. Now, if you are not familiar with Shang Tsung's sector,
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I implore you to pay attention to this set. The capabilities of this team are astronomical, and I don't feel like a lot of competitors really get to witness it all the time.
Round one. Fight.
And coming with the Vam skin as well. Ooh, I love to see so many custom skins here, but we're gonna be seeing again the Shang Tsung with the sector instead, but it's still gonna be LonelyFans in the lead by a little bit of a margin. Gonna be dropping the combo a little bit too early there, but there's a stance we're talking about. Not gonna be able to get anything started as it allows
Yep,
Maigo
watch
to get
this.
the opportunity
Oh.
to do something. And
A little bit of a drop there. He
Yep.
needed a different variation of Fireball to get that to connect.
it's okay, big adaptation is always possible here,
Nice.
especially
Okay,
with
so
up to 3
he's
games.
lonely. So that's one of the first knowledge checks you want to do with sector is really get an idea if your opponent understands how the sector cameo works. And LonelyFans definitely passed that first test. But that's going to be a bit of an overextension. And you notice too now the pacing from Maigo a lot slower, right? Not trying to get caught up with all of these random straight hits in neutral that he's been getting, that he's been running into accidentally. There's a nice confirm. We're going to take this back throw and now try to bully.
Oh,
Ooh.
trying to go for the down too, but
That could have
instead
been an input error on wake up too. I'm not sure.
could have
That's
been,
going to be
but
full
the
conversion.
breaker-
Oh no, no.
Oh, it doesn't get dropped. Oh my goodness, but at least at the very least, LonelyFans
Yeah.
does not have any meter. Had to use breaker really early in that corner there, and unfortunately, it did result in Maigo taking the first round, similar to game 1. But we could be seeing a complete reversal from LonelyFans next 2 rounds.
That forward 4 is incredible. You also want to keep in mind too that while it's minute, but these things add up. The amount of hits that Shang Tsung does on pressure do add up to a lot of chip. You can lose essentially like a throw's worth of damage over the course of a set just blocking sequences. So you got to be real careful how hesitant you are against them. Nice poke to
big-
check there.
Big punish gonna be sending him back to the corner, and
Manages to jump over it. Drops the conversion. Nice armor break.
now we're back in the corner. The block pressure should be great here. The down 2 does come in, and we
Oh.
put ourselves in the corner, but here comes the pressure from our sector. We were talking
Pick
about
up.
it. Yes, it's exactly what we're thinking of. The pickup from sector missile is so good for Shang Tsung in this corner. Omni-Man has to get out. LonelyFans has to get out, and he definitely does. But then he gets
Beautiful.
punished with the fireballs in the air. Yes.
Notice that adjustment
Finally.
from Maigo too. Like it might not have resulted in like the round that he wanted specifically, but the fact that he's already clocked into the answer to get away from
Yep.
Jax has been very problematic for him.
Oh, we both get down. It's okay. We're in the corner. Jax gonna be sending both players.
Ooh,
right
there's no way you're
down,
gonna pick
and
that
then
up.
Great answer from Maigo, but Onyman does able to get out of that very quickly. Gets the combo started as well. Big life lead for LonelyFans right now. Can it continue? I definitely think it definitely can. Okay, we're going for a little more zoning, going for the fireballs, gonna be going for the stands, and
Oh, yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, there's going to be confirmed. We don't even have enough meter to break up until now. Yeah, that's big punish.
oh, nice check. Nice check.
And if you're Maigo, like, sure, you don't necessarily get to confirm there, but you kind of, you know, you make sure that your next hit is guaranteed. That's kind of more important in some cases.
Moving neutral, trying to step in, try and find something to get started here against Maigo.
And this
being in
yeah.
deficit.
This immediately puts both of them into kill territory now.
Good up block, but no.
I'll be honest, the throw
conversion
isn't
off
the end of the
it.
world. You're kind of in a one-hit situation anyway. Oh, he missed.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh wait, this is way closer than we thought was going to be. The
It
fireball
works.
underneath does work, and we get these fatality as the fatality. The fatal
I
blow
didn't
as
know I could be
well.
attracted to Shang players like this. I have no idea. I only heard stories.
Only stories.
Only stories.
Bestie, I'm looking at the legend right now. Maybe on the Shang Tsung is popping off. Just the tricks that he's using with the down fireballs are so good.
If he would have got a pickup off of Jax himself. Nice. The armor going to get him out of that. There's a beautiful forward 3. And it's kind of like the go-to for Omni-Man, right? Like you can 8 out of 10 times you can kind of go for 4-3 on Oki, and it's really hard for it to be incorrect.
Oh my goodness, that was so interesting to see. Good pickup on LonelyFans to jump up while Jax was pummeling down and sending Maigo again into another combo, but has to use the breaker instead. And finally, something started is finally Maigo's turn to play the game, and here is the coveted classic, the roundhouse kick into the fireballs
And
and
I'll
into
tell you
spikes.
that difference in decision making was solely from Maigo looking at the meter too, right? Saw that LonelyFans didn't have any access to wake up, so knew that a meaty would be guaranteed.
Nice.
That throw, yeah, looking a little chiropractic. Jax, the fight's over.
Jax, there's nothing. The worst done, Jax. You don't even fight anymore.
He's on the ground defeated. Let him get up.
Oh, big. Okay, okay.
Yeah, but this
And
is
the
the
end
problem,
there.
right? Just the threat of Jax constantly marching down.
He's there. He's marching. He's getting ready.
I'm
He's
telling
punching
you,
down.
he is dedicated.
And it really sucks because sometimes Jax just kind of waits it. He baits you out, and you don't know when the pummel is actually coming into the stars. Right there, boom, another reset on Maigo because of the Jax of the punch down. But thankfully, going to the corner, gonna be throwing it. But the forward throw gonna be sending him straight, continuing to keep this corner pressure.
Ooh,
good
yeah, it's
knee.
gonna be hard to convert off of. Doesn't get punished for it though. Too late for an up block. And LonelyFans too, I like the adaptation, trying to change the timing, right? Has realized that Maigo has figured out a way to get out of that sequence, and just the small difference of doing the same thing
Oh man,
at a
big
different
air to
timing
air,
during the
but
problems.
here comes
Nice
Jax.
block. Took the throw punish.
Great back throw,
Nice.
great up block, and great conversion off of it as well. A complete, equal game here. Third round for the again. I think this is another third round we're seeing between these two players. The adaptation from both of them are just immaculate. Big spikes. A little bit of fireball, gonna be making sure that LonelyFans does not jump in, and again, gonna be anti-airing with the fireball once again. The pressure from the fireball as well as the third missile, the second missile is so good.
The wake up again. Oh, that was one of the weirdest interactions I've ever seen.
Going for the air combo, gonna be sending it off. Jax coming in again, gonna be resetting it once more in favor of LonelyFans.
All right, patience here.
Oh,
Unfortunate
love it.
timing from Maigo. Nice wake up.
Big up block coming
Yeah.
from LonelyFans does not allow Maigo to actually get anything started as well. So we're going to be resetting it back to LonelyFans' favor with starting off with the back throw.
No, manages to get away from it, but drops the pickup.
Uh-oh, we are going... Oh, this is actually working out a lot more. You see LonelyFans going in, but we drop... I'm going to have an aneurysm. I'm going to have an aneurysm.
Yeah, and the 4-3 again has been pretty consistent.
Oh! Oh!
It's all right, it's all right,
We're
we get
making a
it.
statement.
We understand, we understand.
We're making a statement today. My fault.
Yeah.
We're making a statement.
Apology. I didn't mean to do forward, back, forward 3. I don't know how that came out.
Wait, so this is why my train was late today. That's crazy.
Okay.
Wait a second, I didn't ask for fatalities on stream.
Twitch bot take us down because of that.
I don't even know the input. You know if I meant to do it because I would have checked the pause menu.
I gotta remember my fingers real fast. Hold on, we gotta lock in. Speaking of locking in, LonelyFans has to lock into this game in order to finish it out. We are, of course, game point to.
Saying that fella
3.
did fatality and went, wait a minute, you're not Mark.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Nice here. Sector going to try to protect. It manages to dodge the missile. That's really important, not only in this matchup, but against this cameo in general, right? You have to get comfortable for when it's time to disrespect Sector because it does not home on you as hard as you think. There's a reason that he has a different version of the move that is a homing missile that locks in. It's to enforce those situations when people could disrespect you, but it's at the cost of a full cameo bar. It's hard to warrant it a lot of the time.
I would say love the
Catches
pickup
him
from
again.
Maigo. Gets the first round started again. We have to win 2 more games. This game and the next one in order to secure a victory 3-2, ideally. So this is definitely a good start into this round 2, which is a lot more even. And honestly, I still think it's definitely in favor of Maigo. Life lead even more so. Big punish on the momentum from LonelyFans.
And I'll be too, like the reaction that I'm seeing from Maigo here in his adaptation in the set is I feel like he just needed a second to kind of breathe and remember I'm him, you know? Like,
I am him, exactly.
Because he's way more committed to his offense. He's working in a couple of the gimmicks, right? Like there are some knowledge checks I feel like he has reserved in his toolkit that he hasn't necessarily been willing to use for the chance of getting clipped.
Oh, got baited with the up block.
Well, you have to
punish.
that's 300 on throw
Yeah.
punish.
Oh,
That is Mortal
breaker.
Kombat, baby. That is what that
This is
is.
a game of all time. Please.
Yeah, if Jax catches you on throw punish, it's beefy.
Lots of block pressure, a little bit of chip damage as well. Big poke coming from the low punch. And OmniMan wins the second round, third round for the 4th time tonight. 4th time, yeah.
Yeah, I swear, if Jax catches you on throw punish and it feels like spending his 3 bars, it's basically like a throw super. It's ridiculous.
Oh, big sector
Oh,
conversion.
mistimed
but
it by
no.
the smallest.
But we still pick it up. We still continue it regardless of the fact that we didn't get that sector missile advantage. We're continuing this corner count. We're continuing the pressure. I love this from Maigo all around. We can win this for sure and get to a game 5. Great
Nice, still
escape.
yeah. And notice he did try to go for the up block too, so he had just enough time. That's going to be the difference between tapping up block as a response and trying to hold it. Oh, what a beautiful shimmy.
Like LonelyFans is able to put himself back in the corner. This is where Maigo does really well. The sector combo is going to be able to get a lot of pressure going in here. Going to be having to force the hold block for so long. The chip damage allows LonelyFans to only be sub 300 right now.
Oh, and the adjustment here, you've got to be very careful. That might clip. It will clip.
Flipped. Ish.
Yeah, look at him. That is a mash cam if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, mash cam. We should be chilling though. I love that they finally add the icons.
Yes, no, it's very helpful.
Oh my, you're one. You're literally one.
Yeah,
oh,
it was sorry.
no.
It's a hard situation to get out of.
Very, very difficult situation. Absolutely. Literally less than 1 HP, but the speed of OmniMan is just such. The pressure that OmniMan brings to the table is crazy.
I will say the next time we go to the mash cam, we might want to consider putting the camera just a little lower so we can't see there's a controller under there. It's just- But a beautiful set from both of those competitors. LonelyFans going to be moving on. Maigo's still going to be threat for a lot of competitors in bracket here.
It was a very
Guys, again, just
great
as a
game.
small reminder,
Yes.
when you sit at the stream setup, please remember to desync pads before you start playing. We're trying to remind the players as they leave, but also just as an extra precaution, the players as they sit down again to desync those pads to prevent any issues throughout the middle of the game.
If you desync, I'll desync you and play with me.
The last thing you want is to hit me with a hit confirm and I see a pause menu come up, bro. I'm taking that.
Ooh,
I
I'm
am
taking you
taking that.
outside is what I'm doing. Mortal Kombat in real life. Don't play with me. We're going to the street after that.
Oh, and now we're going to have another impeccable set.
Oh, we see
Weapon of
Coach
choice,
Steve.
very own Coach Steve.
And of course, Mab from MTS's
I'm about
own
to take that
mid-tier.
walk to Long Island.
This trip was
Anybody who
crazy.
caught that reference, you're my favorite.
I'm sorry.
It's a stupid little yachty joke. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I think you're a better person that you didn't get it. Like, I think.
I'll
I
take
think-
that.
Yeah.
Usually my excuse that I'm too young. That's usually my excuse for everything. Oh, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. I'm literally a baby. I'm sorry.
Here, so, Coach Steve has gone through Coach Steve going through a myriad of characters over his competitive MK career. Shao Kahn, Baraka, right? Big fan of the brawler types when it comes to NetherRealm IP. Peacemaker is allowed today. There's a pretty decent chance we're going to see a little bit of it from Steve here. Character is ridiculous. You know, we've only had so much time with him, but I think it's been very evident to everybody.
You guys want a button shot?
Go get it.
I don't need one.
I don't need
We're
I
figuring out
love
the budget.
that.
I think even though it's been early for the character, it's very evident to everybody that in some facet he's one of the stronger characters in the game. Right?
Yes.
Too early to necessarily say we're going to slot him into top 5. but evident enough that we can entertain the conversation of whether or not he belongs there, right? He seems to have an answer to every character on the roster. He seems to have some ability to get out of every situation, and it's early enough to still technically be a knowledge check, even though I think we sorted out what most of his offense really is at this point.
Yep.
Right? This is the high grab, this is the low grab, this is the pressure. You know, if any of you out there are curious and you want to play Peacemaker yourself, Torpedo is going to be the name of the game. You know, you'll generally be fine. Help your opponents if you have a way to keep Torpedo safe, you know?
Yep.
And for a lot of people, that's been Striker. I'm going to be going around telling her Peacemaker Goro, I think, is also like another like really, really good option for him too. But it's generally been Striker Kano, and given the adjustments to Striker, a lot of people have been switching over to Kano as a backup, but Striker's still relatively strong. You even still have combo loops if you just readjust your routes. We've already found out how to fix that after that's been taken away from the game.
Can't remember, they just increase his cooldown for Striker for I believe the low grenade or something like that. So just the muscle memory is kind of adjusting to benefit the new cooldown reduction that he has.
And that's one of the reasons, too, that I've even been, like, pitching Goro as an option, right? Because I think Striker was definitely better before, but now that their cooldowns are getting similar, you kind of, in some essences, get a little more utility out of Goro. You can confirm the safe eagly, you're down back 4, into a full combo confirm into meter burn bullets from full screen. You get the same kind of protection. You get the same 2-2 OS, depending on how they answer you. And now you also get Goro low command grab mix.
Ooh,
we are going to button check.
Yeah, great button check, but from what I'm seeing on the screen, I'm seeing a Peacemaker and I'm seeing a Shao Kahn. I'm just saying. Oh, they're good to go.
And I'm seeing a thumbs up, and I'm hearing a good.
I'm seeing that happen. And honestly, it could just be like button check, go over character. If buttons are working, we're chilling.
No, I'm pretty sure this is.
Oh, we restarted? Oh, I love this. We're seeing Shao
Now,
Kahn.
Shao Sector is one of my favorite compositions for this team, right? He basically gives Shao Kahn all of his really strong, oppressive offense into Shao Kahn mix, and then add the ability to armor break in between that. Given the implementation of Sector Missile, or use timing Sector Missile to cover some of your options. Like maybe you want to slam your axe down. You don't necessarily want to get your chin checked for it. Slam your axe.
Yeah,
They said no vulgarity. Okay?
Slam your chin down for it. I mean, we are seeing kind of, we saw like, you know, Coach Key just kind of come out from the ringer with the Striker. The Peacemaker is so good, but look at the difference here, Mab, with the Shao, who is not really played all that often. Kind of giving Coach Steve a little run for his money. He has to be a little more weary of how he approaches, and there it is. The rush down mechanic is going to be what makes Peacemaker win in this scenario, and the guns to anti-air is so good. What?
And this is
you
that,
win!
That bit of, I feel like, unfamiliarity, depending if that's, you know, not to assume I know what's going on in the player's head, but Eagly, I think, would have led into a stronger confirm that would have guaranteed kill, but we found it anyway. I think one of the important things to know for this matchup, too, is that Coach Steve has been a pretty dedicated Shao player for a grand majority of this game, so matchup knowledge as far as what he's defending against should be pretty locked in for him here. Yeah,
it's there. It's
one of the things that I was noticing too that I like that Map did, right? When you have to hold 2-2 mix from Peacemaker, you do have the option to kind of use your armored special to get out. So you now implement a character like Shao Kahn, who can turn that into Axe Slam into guaranteed combo conversion. It makes that 2-2 mix a lot more risky to go for on offense. Kind of similar thing if you're playing Lao, right? A character that can interrupt with armor and convert.
Oh my god, the cover from Striker's grenades into the Torpedo is so good for Peacemaker. And I feel like Coach Steve is just playing this long and close range game very beautifully. He's going in when he needs to, going in reaching when he has to, and then able to actually have enough time from the end lag of the gun to shield through all of what Mab is trying to approach with the axe, with Shao Kahn in general, and then all the way from the long screen, it would come right in. But there we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's the breaker we need for Coach Steve, for Mab to really utilize and get this back in his favor. But unfortunately, the life lead is, and the pressure also is a little bit too much here.
Yeah.
Might have me see a little bit of a different game plan.
And I'll be honest, the only reason we really had to even entertain that neutral for that long was that we were still on Striker cooldown, right?
Yep.
Because if that wasn't the case, Torpedo into Striker nades is essentially the name of the game. You can't survive the chip. You're not gonna look at me straight in my optic stems and tell me that you're flawless blocking Torpedo full screen. I don't want to hear it.
You just can't. Yeah. And this is when you have like that visual clutter a little bit of the grenades as well, and you're also in hit stun. I mean, it's a matter of can I even survive? Do I have to use breaker? Do I have to, find a way to get out of this fast enough or at all? Then look, what I mean is finally, Mab has the lead. We're 50% on the board up against Coach Steve, but when Coach Steve has that Striker cameo at the ready, look at the pressure. Look at the force field also utilized, but unfortunately drops the combo, but only picks it right back up.
Yeah, and no punish for that there too.
Okay, Eagle. I see you. A little bit long range. Gonna go for the grenades. And already close enough. Does not need to use the torpedo. And instead, able to get the combo started and ended in the corner.
No part of me was even entertaining the thought that Matt was going to bother spending breakaway there, right? It's not worth, right? What you're going to get in the next round with all of that Xiao meter, especially what Xiao gets off of a resource management, it's so much better than specifically trying to spend it there to get away from Peacemaker and then get...
Oh, accidental taunt. It happens. It's okay.
I believe on purpose. I didn't mean to down.
4 times in a row. No, my bad. Oh,
And the strike,
break.
notice, and so this is the thing, right, where I talk about Coach Steve's familiarity with this matchup. Notice how unwilling he is to entertain Xiao mix on that, right? Like almost every single one of his breakers has come on and like, okay, you got your axe slam. This is combo that leads into guaranteed Oki, and we're just going to avoid this situation altogether. That's your entire win condition.
And look, Map has all 3 meters active, and nothing has really been utilized because of the fact that Coach Steve has that matchup check. He has that matchup knowledge. But great on Map for keeping Coach Steve in the corner long enough to at least get a slight combo. A slight life lead here, and that's gonna force Coach Steve to be more aggressive, force a breaker out, and then kind of reset everything. Because now you have way more bars than Map will in the next couple of seconds.
No Eagly to cover him, then you got to be very careful with that cooldown. That does leave him ridiculously punishable if you're a character that has the ability to reach him there.
This could be good. This could be really scary. The striker is still on cooldown. That nerf is coming in and actually being a nerf.
There we go. You
There
see?
it is.
And like, yeah, you just cover it with the nades and you're fine. Now that one is a little more of a treacherous one because you do have to keep in mind that the ability to down 2 Peacemaker after that, right? The way that you get out of a lot of the striker setups is essentially you take the down 2 trade every time. It's so in your favor in the amount of damage that it's not worth them continually using it. At some point, they'll stop doing it if they don't have timing enough to protect it. A little bit of a drop here from Coach Steve.
Happens. Like I said, we pick up the pressure and we get the combo up right again into this next round. And honestly, match point, may I also say this next match, may I correct myself? Going in, the pressure is really on here. Map is struggling to really get anything started. The meter is going to be building up, but the fatal blow is ready. We are at an incredible life deficit against Coach Steve, and Coach Steve is only taking that momentum and running away with it. No need to break, absolutely no reason to. Very similar to game 1.
Yes.
Or game 2, may I say.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, continuing to push the pace here. Still a little bit of an adjustment trying to get that corner convert.
A little bit. The gun here doing a lot of work to make sure that, unfortunately, Map is staying in this corner for a lot longer than needed.
Oh, that's going to be a big punish. It's another one of those things, too, you want to be cautious of, too, because that Xiao wake up is also susceptible to just getting crouched. You can actually just duck and it'll whiff.
I mean, go for a Hail Mary fatal blow, but the torpedo's faster, I fear. I fear torpedo's just simply faster.
All right, great set from those 2 competitors.
GG's all around, but oh my gosh, Coach Steve, man.
Fight forever. You see the logo emblazoned on his hoodie. It is a mantra. It is a mindset.
Yo. I'm gonna go on stream. You wanna cover me?
All right, we're going to take a little peek over here at winners semifinals coming up as we're prepping for, I believe, LonelyFans to take on JuanWique. So we'll get another look at that Homni-man Jax.
Homni-man.
Taking on Sub Chameleon, which unfortunately has won an important enough event now that
People are playing.
everybody's telling you you're playing the best team in the game now.
Yeah, that happens every single time. Like a certain pairing, either top 8s or top 4s, or even wins a major
You know what I'm
or
saying?
a big event. So it's just like, okay,
Now, do I believe it's that strong? Nah, but is everybody going to tell you it is? Yeah.
do I think it's all right?
I watched Sub Chameleon take a big competition.
Therefore, she's
and it's
good.
over. And it's over.
Same thing happened with Baraka Cyrax. Same thing happened with not really even with Sindel.
I mean, Baraka Cyrax, I got it.
Oh, I
little
understand.
bit. Yeah.
Because it actually was.
There are some
this is
teams
not
people
a
were
Baraka
looking at,
Cyrax
yeah, but
thing. Yeah, it's just not one of those. It's not in the same realm as Baraka Cyrax, as any of those.
But the noted thing too is going to be its increased versatility, right? Like, yes, yeah. Sub and what he's been trying to do with cameos has been like very limited in his mindset. He's kind of been forced to play a certain way. Ideally, there was a large portion of the game where the only thing Sub could viably do, we'll not say the only thing he could viably do. Maybe I don't have enough information to say this. The only thing I ever saw Subs do viably in competition was take advantage of Lao cameo
Yes.
and take advantage of Serena. Serena was the other one.
That sounded
They had to, yeah. they had to rely on either Lau or Serena to kind of like establish some threat in neutral, right? And Sub is still kind of always dealing with that problem of like he just has to spend so much meter to not hit as hard, and that can be very, very frustrating as a Sub player. Chameleon has opened up an entirely new subset of tools for him. His ability to contest his neutral, his ability to confirm, right? You still, like, you had Serena, and now anytime you're on Jade, you have Serena.
Exactly.
You've kind of, like, completely replaced that cameo as a subsection of your new one, along with fan lift, safety. We got to see some casual play from JuanWique with that team prior to us going live. And a lot of us were getting really excited about some of the stuff we were seeing, so I'm really interested in watching him implement it here.
I'll admit it was hype.
Where's LonelyFans?
I think he's practicing fatal blow mashing in the bathroom.
Where's LonelyFans in the world?
I don't necessarily see him, but that fella looked pretty down.
I'm too short. I can't see nobody. There he is. I fear I'm just a little. No, I'm a little guy. I can't see nobody, but he's here. We're all ready.
So this is going to be a great one here, right? We've already seen the capability of what LonelyFans is capable of with this Omni-Man team. And again, Omni-Man not necessarily top 5 in the game, depending on who you ask, but very strong, very obnoxious. And Jax, while I don't feel like it's his most consistent competitive cameo, is also still really strong for him. The set play is impeccable, right? Like we watched him play Maigo, a competitor who's used to being in situations like that, completely locked him down in some instances. Like, where do you go? How do you get out?
What do you do?
As soon as Maigo started making adaptations, and this is one of the benefits of maining like a different team like that, right? He started figuring some of it out. It's like, already cool. I already have layer 2 planned out for when you figure out layer 1, right? And so much of his Omni-Man Jax set play seemed to come down to the specific timings. So it could be different strategy, it could be a different timing. There's so many different ways to change it up on your opponent to make sure that they have to stay defensively consistent against inconsistent offense.
I completely agree, and you know, we are gonna be seeing a couple new things going on here. I mean, I like. We were talking about Peacemaker earlier and how, again, it could be contested top 5, but I feel like it's indisputable he's at least top 10 and in the high top 10.
Yeah.
Like top 7, 6 if you really want to go. And it's for good reason with everything you just said. And he is also a
menace
haver.
to society.
He's a haver of being a DLC character who just came out and being tested, and everyone's finding out all these really messed up things with him and how he operates as a character, and the counterplay to him just hasn't been cracked yet, hasn't really been found out so early in his introduction into Mortal Kombat 1.
I will say, if you guys are fans of the conspiracy theories of DLC characters being kind of like on the pay-to-win version of the roster,
pay-to-win,
notice the one DLC character that really wasn't getting the job done in Quan Chi, and how quick he got adjusted when they realized he wasn't getting the job done. He is now a character.
Yes.
They understood very quickly. People are paying for this. He needs to be able to do something.
This
fellow was so bad they gave him new moves.
He needed it. He needed it. That poor. I was actually so excited for Quan Chi to come out, and then absolute radio silence after day 1.
Let me tell you something too.
Him.
The only way they're trying to avoid like getting called down on this is keeping that down 1-9 frames. That is going to be their hill to glory of like it's not pay to win. They're going to be like,
he's not pay to win.
You think Quan's messed up? You have a 9-frame down 1.
Exactly.
You can't do anything.
You can't do nothing. You can't poke.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
It's not like I could. It's not like I could pressure you on block into guaranteed armor setups now. I can't do bone cage and suppress you whether you block it or not. Like it's.
Like, I'm just saying, he's not paid to win with that 9-frame, down
Listen,
1.
I'm getting a little excited. Let me re-divert my attention into the set we have in front of us. I do believe we're going to run a button check. I don't think they've run it yet, so we'll go through making sure that the controllers are working the way that they are supposed
and that
to.
Everyone has disconnected the controllers and buttons.
Or we're playing.
I think
Maybe we went to the button check off. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I love this
We are
efficiency
playing.
from our players today. Ooh, and look, Sub-Zero Chameleon, as you were saying, lots of good potential from the triple cameos that she brings to the table, and the fun creativity that Chameleon also brings. And then, of course, we had just seen Omni-Man and Jax do what Omni-Man and Jax do.
You know you can cheat that clone thing for 1 bar. You
Oh,
can cheat that clone
really?
thing for 1 bar, yeah. There's a way to execute it where you only spend 1 instead of 2. Now, I will say, too, if anybody watching this was confused about the use of Jade Glow, I guess I'm on. Okay, I do believe the idea was to kind of pressure the fact that Jax was going to be nullified if he came out. The Glow would ignore it, and he gets to kind of like continue pushing the pace.
I see. LonelyFans, however, is still taking the... I can't take that taunt seriously. It completely throws me off my game.
Listen, I will say, out of a lot of the cameos, Jax is one of the best at making sure it's all about him.
It really does.
That fella gets his screen time. He really comes in, does his cameo move, and is so dedicated to screen time, he will not leave until he does it again.
He actually baits you out. Like,
Yeah.
He wants to scare you, but so does OmniMan.
You ever notice that
Oh
too?
my
You
goodness.
do the setups and you kind of shove the camera away from Jackson. He's
he
now
goes
got
back
to walk
in.
himself back into
He's like,
frame so you remember
"Excuse
he's
me,
there. Yeah.
I'm not done yet. Anyway, we're going to be
Jax would make a wonderful streamer. He really would.
OnlyFans going in and continuing this complete life lead pressure coming in from LonelyFans. And again, Juan is just struggling a little bit on the Sub-Zero Chameleon to get anything started. If anything, I don't think his turn has even been played yet.
Well, the difference is going to be contesting Omni and neutral in a matchup like this, right? Like, how do you cover his different options to kind of skip neutral and get in?
Nice low.
And Sub has some options, but they're not going to be necessarily the strongest on the planet. Clap, clap, clap.
I clap. A little clap.
Lonely.
And
Yeah.
OmniMan went up. You ready? No.
You understand how
OmniMan
synonymous he's been in my brain already? Who won that set? OmniFans.
OmniFans.
Did it. Yeah, he got it.
New name change, OmniFans. Oh, big sign from Jax Pummel, and then the Melina forward four into ball roll, really good, and
it's
the air
double
combo.
overhead.
No.
And it's double overhead on top of that. You can actually armor break with her on immediate. And now here comes the corner pressure.
Oh, and then Jax just to boot, just like put some extra salt on that wound.
Yeah, it's like it's very similar to what
you
you remember like earlier in the game when Raiden Jax was a lot more of like a
Yes.
active team. It's
Side
very
of the
similar
base.
to the same kind of setup, right? Go for ground pound and Superman, and where do you go?
Oh, the ice cone.
It was an idea.
It was definitely an idea, but just a little bit too high actually. It would have caught LonelyFans otherwise, but the Katana
Ooh, that's
fan lift can be
I kind of
coming
like
in.
that just for the sake of movement. This fellow went through his ice clones, came back down,
And back
said,
up
"I
with the
I
fans.
dare you, I dare you."
Okay, there's that Serena somewhat cameo going in for the freeze, and finally some corner pressure, something started for Juan
Ooh,
here. And
into
then
the fan lift
again,
converti.
Yes, I love Katana Chameleon cameo. It's so good. Just great for movement, great for mix up as well. Okay, Ice Cone me stuffing on the
Nice
face.
block. That's
Great
guaranteed
block.
punch. Oh, drop on the punish. That's unfortunate.
Happens to the best of us, but we can do it again. No, big,
And it-
unfortunately missed tech as well.
Trying to be cautious too. Notice that LonelyFans not willing to send the Jax meter there. Wants to keep access to breaker if he can get it. Here's going to be the throw again. He's now built it up. So you can get your... Oh, that was an opportunity presented there. But I get it too. I probably would have missed that also. It was like a very, very small window to get a button in. Ooh, yep. And we have to. Yeah, that's the exact reason he didn't want to spend it on the throw before.
Oh, nice punish on the dash. Okay, there we
Found
go.
it.
Into
Okay.
fatal blows.
I
That
was
should
worried
do
about it because he definitely got the 1-2. I can promise you, as not only an MK player with common sense, but a friend of JuanWique, he definitely hit fatal blow on the first one. He found it anyway. The universe corrected it, There was a multiverse where it didn't work out, but we're in the right one right now. We're in the good timeline.
We're chilling. We're chilling this timeline.
Yeah, we're in the good timeline.
We're in the good timeline so far. It could alter at any moment. Another big ice cone in the air. Gonna be actually going for the low as well for the slide. Gonna be big low poke from LonelyFans. Gonna be sending him back into the corner. Juan has to do something here. Oh, big rock. And then Jax pummel and gain the air-to-air conversion as well.
I will say, I really like the idea of what Juan tried to do there, right? Like, notice the setup, knew that the Superman was coming in, and tried to meet him in the air with Ice Clone to get him to run into it. It didn't happen the way that he wanted, but I really like the situational awareness that was there. Gonna freeze him up a bit. You're not getting that punish. That's gonna be up block. You think I don't know?
The awareness is also a matchup check moment. You're gonna uplock that, and you're gonna also get a big punish as well. The J Blade coming in, and unfortunately, not unfortunately, we pick it right back up. I love this. A fan toss coming in from Katana.
Unfortunate.
And there it is. Finally, a reversal for LonelyFans to get the life lead. Not even life lead, just make it a lot more even, a lot more digestible to deal with. Jax Pummel doing another assist for LonelyFans into the big shield coming from the Ice Clones.
Notice too how Juan had the good answer to the Jax game. It was essentially you take it
Damn.
crouch blocking so that it's harder for them to get a conversion.
These are close games.
These are close games.
The score may say 2-0 so far, but these have all been
But my
really
heart
close
says
rounds.
2-2.
My heart says, in my mind, 2-2. We are in game 5. In my mind. Spiritually, mentally, physically.
The score is telling me 2. On my body.
We are going to be going over to the character select, but you just need a
Give us some
little
thought. There's some
breather.
other options for sub here. The stress in this scenario, for a lot of you who play games competitively, you understand,
There it
is
is.
knowing that you're locked into this character choice if it does work out. So if Lau is the difference maker here, it's going to be making sure that that works for the next 3 games. A steep hill to climb is Everest, but JuanWique very capable. And also, isn't it cute that they're both matching in blue?
And they're in the cold.
And they're, yeah.
And it's so blue. I love it. Oh, big uppercut. Oh, and your Jags is completed negates you from any kind of like, follow-up. But it's okay, because we do it again. And we get the... I lied. Good escape from Juan.
Oh, why didn't he land shit on the clone? I don't believe that. This is a video game.
I don't believe that. Rewind.
All right, yeah.
Nothing
Ooh, that little dish joint at the end of his palm.
This is huge, absolutely big. Another refreeze, gonna be setting up like Lao Hat as one of the low.
Guaranteed,
and then
yeah.
the low. Yes, I love it. The Lao
And I
Hat's
will
so
say,
good still.
while I don't want to kind of like overstate the execution on that, it is very easy to mess up the timing on like these Lao Hat unblockable setups. Holds the pressure.
And also holds the up blocks, allows LonelyFans not to get pressured out by the Kombat teleport either.
Cracking his back.
Jack
Jax coming out. Yes, to support. Oh, look at the answer.
Oh, that was fire.
Sorry, Jax, I'm not there.
That was fire. Oh, big interrupt on the teleport. Gonna be singing Jax come down a little bit too late, but doesn't really matter, does it? We get the throw as well. We get the Jax no amplified because no meter, but we still get the Superman and we still get the round for LonelyFans. But I think that round was probably the best one has played so far.
Yeah. All right, trying to contest here. Catches him with the overhead. Little judo chop on the forehead.
A little bit left low kicks, maybe breaking some shins, breaking some knees.
Ooh!
And big punish with the ice clone again.
Say
Boom,
cheese!
Bam, bop. No, we dropped it, but it's okay. We reset with neutral. We're good.
Overextends, yeah, and now you can go for a concept like that and then try to use Lao to kind of like armor your way out of it or just avoid it. Catches him again!
I love these ice clones. They're working. They're working the way that we have intended from the very beginning. And I'm seeing the vision come to fruition. The pressure here, the Lao Hat also on the low. Gonna be making sure that LonelyFans has to back out a little bit here. Has to rethink the game plan because every time we go for these
he didn't do it.
You go for Supermans, you get frozen, and then the fatal blow unfortunately not gonna be able to connect either.
Oh, that's so annoying that his poke, because that's kind of poke bait to get them to get hit with clone there. A nice drop.
Oh,
yeah, we're spending the bar here. We're spending the bar. GG's to both competitors.
Nah, Juan
LonelyFans
popping off. Popping off. In my heart, Juan won. That was just incredible counterplay to Omni-Man with the ice clones, with punishing things like the Superman, with things like Jax as well. I mean, it was just working so well.
Yeah, and he had a lot of really solid moments in there. It just came down to like really unfortunate drops. We still got a couple of good sets coming up on the other side of winter semifinals.
Ooh, we have
Coach D versus HF. Yeah.
Coming up on winners, yes.
Taking this walk to Long Island.
Please, he live here. It was a hop, skip, and jump away. For me, it was a walk.
The LonelyFans now sitting on winners finals. On the losers side of things, no, I just can't see the other. We have JuanWique on the upper half of losers quarterfinals. Maigo on the bottom half. So Point gonna. So yeah, on the loser side, Point is gonna be moving on to fight. If I'm not mistaken, and I read it correctly the first time, JuanWique on that side, and then Maigo waiting for the loser of this set that's coming up. So it's gonna be a very important set for him to pay attention to. Either Coach Steve or HF, Peacemaker or Sindel. If you're him sitting in the background watching, both characters that I necessarily wouldn't be rooting to have to fight against.
Yeah, not with how they both been playing throughout the stream, because we've been seeing them here for past hour-ish, and they have just been both very, very proficient in their characters, in their cameos as well. I'm judging y'all.
Yeah. Button shortcuts on?
Hold on a sec, guys. What's up? Give me a second.
All right, we're running a button check, everybody.
Yeah, doing a button check, and getting our overlay ready.
Checking
here,
on some
chilling.
technical difficulties.
I mean,
I think the main technical difficulty I've seen is the inability to do combos without input shortcuts on.
I'm saying. Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Yeah, I get it. It makes it easier, but
please, they're better than
but
me
I
now.
saw it, you know?
But I saw you.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Regardless, I think here, this can be probably one of the hypest match today. We did see HF get a 3-0. We saw Coach Steve also get a 3-0 in their other matches.
I'm really interested to see how Steve adjusts to the Tremor cameo. I don't think it's common.
It's not at all. I mean, not on the level of Shujinko, thankfully, but like he is just an uncommon cameo, a little bit awkward, a little bit clunky to deal with the 3 different forms. Very similar to Chameleon in that regard, but it's not random.
Did you button check yet? No. Okay.
Oh, you don't need to go button check. I'm at the.
Yeah, y'all got it.
Striker.
All right, so for anybody who's watching, if you start seeing gameplay and you're like, this doesn't make sense to me, it's not there yet.
It's a
We'll
button
get there.
check.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Making sure our buttons are all good, making sure our adapters are all good, because listen, those adapters from, oh my god, I forgot the brand, but they go hard.
Yeah.
They go
no,
hard.
they're good.
They're so good. Day 1 MK, when MK1 dropped, they had a
Lifesaver.
day 1 patch for their little Xbox controller to PS5 converter.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, absolute clutch.
All right, well, one of my favorite things on the button check was that the first thing Coach Steve checked, and I want to say this to our just veteran experience. Does my block button work? Yeah? Okay, now let's check everything else. I can block, cool. I can block, I can win. Working it out. We're getting the thumbs up on Coach Steve's side.
He's locked in. He can't see anything.
Yeah, HF is really making sure he can float.
Okay, he's really making sure we can float a little bit. You know.
He said, can I take to the skies and wiggle around? All right, that might be good.
Can I fly up real fast? Can I become the eagle?
Does forward 1 work? I'm chilling.
Real, actually.
I will get that scoreboard going.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem. Take
If
your
you guys are
time.
confused without the scoreboard, Peacemaker is going to be Coach Steve. HF is Sindel. We'll get it updated shortly. If you can't tell the difference between those 2 characters, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
yeah,
That's as much information as I can offer.
I really cannot help you. The one in orange is Tremor. There you go. A little bit of a drop there, but HF continues the pressure as well.
Ooh,
Trying
unfortunate
to get the
whip.
backhand, but
Yeah.
gets a completely
Usually a good whip
negated.
punish, but I will say that forward 4-1-2 string from Peacemaker is very awkward to whip punish. I've seen a lot of competitors get caught up because he extends from so far, but something about the way that his hurt box is when he has that shoulder out, you have to answer him very specifically.
Oh, look at HF playing the range he is because of the fact that, you know, even though Peacemaker is really good at that long range game time with the Eagle, with Tremor, with Striker, and with the gun, HF is playing at the range where the Eagle can't really swoop in. You see that, you know, the gun is also just being
You know
completely
what's crazy
negated.
too? Not only did HF play this exact set before, like minus the difference in cameo from Point Blank Arena, but also played it on this exact stage.
Look at the micro spacing from HF as well. You saw the floats back just to avoid the jabs
contest.
from Peacemaker, but that's what we need, the force field into the combo, into the ending with the torpedo as well. This is huge. We're gonna put the arm right back on, and then just, you know, we're going.
And it's
straight to
important
headbutt.
too with a force field to keep it on all the time if you're gonna box Sindel, because her usual ability to, let's say, like go back to into projectile to kind of cover herself now is essentially the same as you just ignoring that and getting a full punish. So she can't cover herself the same way if you have it active.
Oh, big breaker coming in with Coach K understands we do not want to take 30%, 40% off of just being stunned by the scream.
Look at this zoning. Oh, arrest her!
I got jumped. I was like, no.
I don't care if she got nerfed. This is criminal.
Big pressure
Nice.
and big overhead, but unfortunately no pickup.
Either dropped or didn't believe. It's hard to tell in that situation. That's a tight hit confirm to make.
So we're still gonna be seeing HF in the life lead so far.
Yeah.
Tremor being a straight up just
Took a bullet
shield.
for his woman.
As he
Took
should.
a bullet for his
As
woman.
he should.
Took a bullet for
Get
his
you
queen.
a man like Tremor.
That fella, and no pun intended, stone face too. Just held it. Just ate it.
Ate it and left. As you should.
That
What we
fella
need a
said
man
bullets.
for?
You know what bullets are made of? Metal. You know what I'm made of?
Rock.
Well, it depends what, you know.
True.
Crystalline right now, I'm crystals. But when I go back to metallic,
Oh, okay. Tremor coming in clutch again, going for the breaker once more. But the torpedo, oh gosh, it's just so good.
Oh,
2 of them in a
nice.
row, big punish.
that's
What you
always the
doing?
question, right? I watch
Give me the
people
bag.
block torpedo, and then I'm always nervous about what their answer to it's going to be. Forward 1, going to be a beautiful one.
Yeah, just nice high poke with the hair. I mean, okay. I wish every time I see Sindel, I wish he had more big hair moves. That's all I want to say.
I can't imagine how much she pays to get that done every month. I'll be real.
He's like a
I've
billion years old.
heard prices, and I just don't, you know.
Oh no, it's over for her hair. White hair, purple shampoo. Mad
You know what's
expensive.
crazy too? You know how like Adenians are all like 1,000 years old? How old
Yes.
does Sindel have to be to have gray hair?
Too much.
You know, like
Too damn.
I hope she's dyeing it. Like
Too old. Oh, big anti-air, but the Tremor crystalline armor does come and actually assist to make sure that HF is
I will
not
say, but
any hit stunning for that long.
regardless, Peacemaker was just throwing hands at that.
Oh, he
huh?
was.
That
It was
fella
like
was just
rocks in
gun
my
checking Sindel.
rocks in my knuckles. It's okay. You're good. Okay, there we go. Big up block
Oh,
and gets
And
punished.
that's worse too because there was time there to realize that up block was being held and kind of like change the plan. You could have landed and just throw punished. And I think one of the big difference when I was watching Point 2 was I noted it, but I didn't make a thing out of it during the set. Point wasn't up blocking in those situations. And Steve willing to hear. And now this life lead looking pretty beefy.
Oh, pressure. Give me
Nice
some good
patience.
pressure. Trying to go for some mix-ups.
Sometimes the
There
biggest
it is.
answer is just waiting it out, but just let go at the most inopportune time.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, big up.
Excuse me?
Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Unfortunate because HF pretty much made that comeback.
He did.
Pretty much made that comeback.
But just a slight.
It's just a drop. The drop. It is hard too. I get like how stressful those situations can be, but it was the difference maker.
Yeah, it really just was. I mean, you were this much so close to bringing it back, and we would have been done a reset. We would have gone combo confirm into fatal as well. Would have secured the set, but you know, coaches are different. I think.
Yeah.
Good sweep. Gonna be using allowing us to see a mid come out instead of a low come out instead of the typical scream.
All right, contested in neutral. I mean, Steve's plan in neutral has been very, very bare bones, right? Like this gun will take care of all problems. Nice, the adjustment there, right? Recognize the up block habit.
And
give him something to think about.
Forces the break, has to. I feel like at this point was a really good break because you would have been at pretty much sub 100 or sub 250 at the, had you not broken that moment.
Ooh, headbutt, no. Now you can get like down back 4 eagerly off of that, but the mind game from the plus range is also just as good.
HF knows he doesn't really have to approach here. He doesn't really have to do anything.
Yeah, trying to play it cautious too. Like force field is such a deterrent. That's gonna be punished.
Oh my gosh. Pass user break was probably a mistake. Had to just you know stay with the break there. Has to stay with this long range game plan as well. The Eagle taking a little bit of a trade there. But I fear the life lead is honestly gone.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like if he was more clocked into just ignoring it, he could have gotten around there.
Hold on,
But HF, and I like the situational awareness too. Let's say he doesn't finish this combo, like that timer, right? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, honestly, just delay the combo as long as you can. The longer you stay delayed on the delay get up, you know, timers can still go down. Worked out in his favor very well. I like the fact he's actually adopting the more slow game plan against someone like Peacemaker, who can change the game in like this.
Yeah, well, you've got to be methodical, right? Especially with the way that Steve's been handling it. It's not worth overextending. This is like right now. This is the consequence of making those mistakes. This isn't the situation that you want to be in.
You saw HF trying to find out where should we be blocking low or high, but be finding a breaker, but still not gonna be finding himself out of the corner quite yet. Trying to go for a low poke, and maybe something started here. Yes, the overhead from the float being able to help him out a little bit here as we get the scream as well. Big, about 30% should be going up on the board here, and then Cursing Armor is the boo.
And again, answered it the same way. Gonna take my answer. Gonna take my dash up to 2. Tremor Armor's gonna be off by then. Oh, had he been a little slightly faster on the trigger, he actually could have got game right there.
Can we get punished? Ooh, we're going for a low poke on both sides. Big escape.
Notice the importance too of like how he's not necessarily playing the mixed game all the time. Like sometimes the answer from Steve is just to do 2-2 and play more of a when am I gonna fully commit mind game rather than can you guess correctly on my mix.
Fight.
He does still have access to 2-2 low eagly into a striker for pickup if he wants, but he hasn't seemed to have wanted to spend his cameo resources on that. I think he likes the protection more, especially with a character like Sindel, who's so much harder to lock down.
Yeah, he's definitely playing. He does not want to play striker too offensively. Definitely a defensive mechanic, or at least just cover up my torpedo, cover up what I'm going to do as I approach it during your hit stop. Now, this is what I'm talking about.
Ooh, this is so dirty.
This is very dirty. This is the dark arts, may I say.
Yeah. Oh, manages to get him to whiff.
Yep, there's the breaker. Had to use it in that moment.
Oh, sorry, Tremor. That's unintended violence. Apologies.
Big gun, no stomp, no nothing. The force
And
comes out in the
armors
overhead.
through it.
Yes.
Great adaptation.
Very, very good
I'll
stuff.
clap too. You guys are inspiring.
I've been clapping all day.
I'll do it also. We're going to character select.
Making a little swap here.
Now this is the thing, right? Entertaining Peacemaker, but this has never been his main, and this is where it gets freaky.
This is where it gets.
And this is
scary.
where I'm gonna make you think a little bit.
This is where I'm gonna make you relive Kombat League for a second.
If you press a button at the wrong time here,
You die.
This is like if you want to talk about Momentum City. Take a look at Baraka Striker, right? And it's the same thing. You'll notice the same implementation of Striker for this team that he brought over to Peacemaker, right? Like using him as a coverage tool to make sure you're never really taking risks. Like you're always mitigating it and the reward is so high.
Insane punish. I mean, the matchup here is also just a matter of, I know Barack, we all know Barack at this point. We have fought him 1,001 times and counting on Kombat League, in pro tournaments, in offline tournaments. He is there to stay, and HF clearly showcases that right now with knowing that I'm not going to even allow you to get your win condition whatsoever up until this point.
Listen, there's two different versions of being a very scary, like competitive team, especially in this game, right? It's either you don't know what this team does, or you know exactly what they want to do and you can't stop it. And Baraka's going to be in that latter camp.
I feel like we're seeing both sides of that. You don't know what Sindel Tremor is doing
Yeah.
at the moment, and you do know what the Baraka Striker is doing at all times. You know what Baraka is going for. You know what Striker is there to do as a cameo. But Tremor, who plays Tremor? Nobody. Who plays Tremor?
Reiko players.
Anyway,
Reiko players.
I don't know who they are. Anyway, big dive kicking of HF. Another stun coming in as well. Big combo coming in. Coach D hasn't kind of equal this. Lack of breaker makes
It's
him
a
have to get
reset.
another reset, and also gets the not the queen thing, but another reset on the cameo, and then a third stun to boot, and the brutality
Off
as
the
well.
anti-hair?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're getting little converties off the anti-hair?
Now wins.
He don't even want to look at me and laugh. He's clocked in. I like it. I said it. I peeked over. I've never got more of a what are you looking at thing in my life.
He has his headphones in. He can't hear nobody.
Yeah.
He's playing podcast right now. I know he is.
Nah, he's listening to Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
I love that song. Like, unironically, I love that
It's pretty
song.
good. It's pretty good. It's a little beefy.
It reminds me of SpongeBob because
I don't necessarily know if I'd want to come home to my partner listening to it, but
It's a little scary.
like,
Like,
yeah.
like you come in, you open the door, and then like a faint distance, like
Where
Google
have
Home
you
is playing
been?
it.
Are you ready for dinner?
And they're cooking with a big knife in their hand.
I think I'm gonna go out tonight. And we're right back to the Peacemaker.
It was
Probably
the closest game.
probably the difference of what you've been playing more recently, right? Like you've had a Baraka. We saw this happen to Point exactly earlier, right? Like
With the Astra, yes.
yeah, where he hadn't played Astra in so long. By the time he went back, he couldn't remember it.
He literally said, I don't remember how to play there.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
to
think for
us.
Steve it was the same thing, but I think there was definitely an essence of like Peacemaker was working well enough that I could figure it out.
For sure. Oh, has his breaker really early there, but I agree with it again. You don't want to deal with that 40% from Sindel, from what HF has been showing, which is not even double, but triple resets.
Yeah.
So
It's been interesting watching Coach Steve get used to this Eagly timer too, right? There's a lot of instances where he keeps like forgetting that there's like an extra second of cooldown that Eagly needs.
And HF has been taking care of that. It has been utilizing that extra cooldown on Striker's end to his advantage state. There it is, Striker's available, but what can you do about it? You're stunned out. You can't do anything about it quite yet. But now, maybe with the reset here, as you go back into the corner, Striker can come out and help you out a little bit here. Good delay get up and great escape from HF on the back end. Hi, Arm Trimmer. Yes.
Yes, we remember you.
Yes, remember you. Do not worry. Look
Force
at the
field
game
again.
plan. Look at the slowness. Look at the pace of the game. Like, get up, gonna be going. I'm trying to go for the anti-air.
I don't
Great
like
pressure. Little poke, a little bit of action. Okay, I see you.
Oh, she finds it. And we're not going to get the meter to break in time. That's guaranteed round.
Mm-hmm.
This is match point.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, big, great. Oh,
Oh, torpedo whiff.
torpedo went. I need to go over here real fast. We don't want to interact with her. Look at the neutral. Look at
Beautiful
the-
check. No confirm.
Okay, no break either.
I'd
not
like
break,
to see
no
a
tech either.
little bit more of a commit to the mix. All right, nice breaker there. Sending out Eagly, checking Tremor again. HF stands for hovering female.
Wait. My focus is gone. Yes, hovering female is coming in hot with the stun again with the scream. Gonna be resetting once more. The dive kick.
Yeah,
Gonna be
it's
calling it
literally
came up
like-
faster now.
Cycling through just a different version of the same kind of like loud, hard to blockable set play.
Basically, yeah.
With better utility. Like I'm starting to see the vision that this might even be better than what it was before. Like if you can manage this.
It's a lot to manage at once.
It is. I wouldn't want to do it because of that. Like, I'd still want to play loud for the simplicity, but the fact that if you can manage it, it does feel so much stronger because you have so many more options, and HF going to get the job done there.
All right, good. We got to censor this part. So
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
I didn't mean to do that fatality. I'm sorry.
We had to censor the fatality. No, GG's all around. I think both players just honestly just played so well. All like.
And I will say, guys, just please keep into consideration if you want to pop off with a fatality, by all means, it's your games, do it. But don't use the easy tokens. This is somebody else's console. Don't waste their currency. But, you know, if you're not sure, go to Kombat Academy, look it up, have it memorized, write it down on a piece of paper. It's. You know, we won't
pay
judge
money
you.
for those.
We only judge you if I see the pause menu. If I see you look it up, that's a different thing.
That's
We're
different.
offline. Yeah. You've had 80 minutes in the crowd to make sure you memorize
Like,
it.
not only are you using e-tokens, you also have shortcut buttons on. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, like, we'll be fine.
Make it make sense.
I only have like 7 of these tokens left. Save them, you know?
Please.
That's the only thing I can think of right now.
What we have up next, besties? I think we're going over to the. Are we going to winners finals or are we going to dip into losers?
Depending. We're also in the background checking Instagram Blue. I'm imagining we're going to stream some of that too. That's going to be an incredible
I can
game.
imagine. Yeah.
Coach
yeah,
Steve will
yeah.
be, again, a competitor to watch in that, along with a couple of others. I'm not as familiar with everybody from the Long Island scene when it comes to Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I can say if you play Soares or Festiva, I'm rooting for you. Those are my two. Those are my homies.
What was score between
3-0 HF.
It was 3-0.
Yes.
No, wasn't it 3-1?
No. It was 3-1.
right?
Oh, I
Yeah,
think because it
3-1.
reset. That was okay.
No, I think Steve took the first game and then that was it. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. 3-1.
Thank you. The overlay reset. And I saw 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about
Yeah.
There we go.
Oops.
Whoopsie daisy. We have LonelyFans versus HF, and then on the loser side of things, is that Coach Steve versus Maigo? If my eyesight corrects me.
Can you buy me 2 seconds to use the bathroom?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I got you. Ooh, not me destroying everything. My fault. Are we gonna do winners finals or losers?
Semis. Loser semis.
Losers bet. So we're gonna be seeing Coach and Maigo, and then sitting very prettily in semifinals is Point, who's waiting for that matchup. Very fun. Are they playing right now?
Unfortunately, I won't take the time. We have to put. What are they at?
They're playing right now.
They have to play right now. Yeah, for time, and then
You wanna do LonelyFans
that on
and-
stream, and then once they're done,
I got you. Going to
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I see the vision.
LonelyFans and HF.
I see the vision. I see the vision.
Let me get you guys on stream.
just for sake of time, because I'm just really worried. It's about to get wild.
Oh, because there's like 30 people, right? Like 35?
Yeah, about 30.
Oh my goodness. Tekken's popping off. He needs a minute?
That's fine.
Tell him to go for a beat. Let me stop. It's okay. I can say that. I live with him. Probably needs a second. Oh, he's getting a water. That's why. Man, hydration's it's important. Let me not be cringe. Hydration is very important. Please hydrate. Please disconnect your controllers. Please love yourself. Please don't use easy tokens.
Yeah,
Simple as
hydration
that.
is
Very
important. It's very important.
Please hydrate. Is that for me? Thank you so much. I wish there was a camera here. Oh, it's okay.
That's the
Come
thing.
play.
I had a camera, but I had to use the pivot,
That's fair.
and I was like, oh crap, I need to put this back, and I never did. Because this is actually an active camera right now.
Oh, is that the whole time? That's so funny. Okay.
Yeah, but we
I
just-
didn't want you to have to hook up everything just to do it. Look, this store is so cute. I need to go explore it after MK bracket.
What? Just
It's the merchant. Dragon Quest, right there. Red box. Ring arts. Oh my god, there's Dragon Quest stuff here. I'm like the Dragon Quest fan of all time. It's a problem.
It's kind of there. I didn't really angle it.
It's fine. We'll fix it. It's Arkham.
Why did it just explode?
I was working on video too.
I kind of like this being just voices in the void, you know?
You can put us on camera. We're cute.
We're not
Yeah.
cute. Like, I got dressed up for a reason, please.
You know?
No, you have to go on the back.
He says this is frightening. You're so real for that.
Anything I feel that. We should just put 2 wires down there.
Oh, shit. Can I take his extension course that he's not using?
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
You could just play wireless.
Oh, word.
Yeah, yeah.
think he's here for? His health? Go play. Please lock in.
You can't train these fellas.
No, you really can't. No common sense. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Not the deep breath. I'm sick.
He was just confused because they have like different versions of the same haircut.
Yes. No, but for real, they look the same.
Just let me know who's on player 1.
Lonely's on player 1 side. Assuming they logged into the right things, you know.
Yeah, player 1's always on the left side.
Alright,
You're on a slot. Okay, yeah. It's fine, we got it. Yeah. Wherever we see Sindel, you know? Wherever we see Omni-Man, we know the teams by now.
Yeah, we know. We're chilling. We're big chilling. Ooh, Omni-Man. I love the red and black
I just picked
variation.
over at Tech and I saw Jack versus King in the background, and nobody feels bad for either of you guys.
Let me not laugh.
Some fellas, whatever you guys do in bracket,
Tremor.
you know. Expected.
Cage Mansion.
Oh, Halloween variation, I agree. The Halloween map, I love it. Oh, but then, okay, doing a button check. That's fine.
Change.
They did button check already, sir?
They're doing it right now.
Okay.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh my god, look at Tremor in the back, pouring the candy.
Yeah.
There he is, twice.
It's the Havoc animatronic. If you get all the way to the right side of the screen, that Havoc animatronic is like one of the beefiest things they've done on the stage.
No, this map is just, this
Look at
stage is
Sub-Zero on the
so
left.
good. I love this stage. That was fast. I can ground pound, I can float, I can block. Love that for y'all. Alright, we
you
are
gotta
locking
check the key
in.
buttons.
We're locking into this winners
Round
finals.
1.
Two very good players up on deck and two very, very good characters as well. And honestly, with the Sindel Tremor, kind of newish cameo duo, it can be very entertaining to see how we go into this matchup.
Nice poke to contest. And that's one of the things, right? So you always have to be curious when a competitor is watching you and they know you're up next, how much attention they're paying to your habits, praying that you do the same thing so they can shut it down faster. Here's the back two from the HF. This is going to be a pretty fat confirm.
Unfortunately, me dropping it, but able to get the drop down, the block drop. So
Woke
therefore,
up and
we
hit her with the chesticles.
Oh,
That's his move. You never seen his armor wake up?
you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this Jax cameo is going to be a bit of a problem for HF. He's just not able to really get anything started. But regardless,
Fella saw him whip
Only
in the
round one.
air
Round 2.
and flew down to get the confirm.
I love Jax cameo. He's so silly and goofy. Okay. I feel like the... no, I like, because I thought about it a little more. And
We
Tremor
saw the
armor
up
should be
block
really
and
good.
we stopped. There was an adjustment that
Yeah.
needed to be made in the Coach Steve set that I'm happy like we're doing faster here. That's oh,
The backhand.
unfortunate.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, the palm strike.
And again, we got back to it. We got back to it at some point.
Yeah, this kind of where HF does
What's the
really
mix?
well, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. A double reset. Let's do it again. A triple. Can we get a triple on deck? Can we get a dive? Can we get the command? And we get no triple. We're going to
Look
be
at Havoc.
instead backing up a little bit. Look at them. It's
Havoc's
so
trying to like, yeah,
good!
he's trying to coach in the background. He's getting away from him.
He looks shocked. Oh my goodness, you won.
Okay, don't do your wake up. She can armor break off the reset.
Round.
Stop coaching. I'm kidding.
That's Havoc. That's not me.
All right,
Look at him.
big
She-
forward throw, gonna be going a little bit into the corner. All right, gonna be poking ourselves back out, but HF is relentless with these backhands. Like, listen, I love the Sindel backslap.
Took
Bow!
the chance. And the thing is, too, it's like what's scarier is that like when he's one thing that LonelyFans are pretty clocked in is that he does not hesitate from his decision making. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go for this forward 3 into grab off and confirm, and if it hits, cool, and if you block it, like you earned it.
Okay, Jack's gonna force a reset here, whether you like it or not. Great conversion off of the float. There we go. Another reset. Gonna be setting up into the corner. Big forward throw as well. Gonna be keeping LonelyFans in the corner even longer than anticipated. Does not want to be there for that long. Tries to go for the up block. Tries to go for the low, and then we just kind of
Ooh,
sashay
yep.
out into the scream.
I just want to note, too, that all of you Sindel players that have been telling me, like, oh, it's so hard to get conversions off of her. Like, if you can get into Scream, I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad at all.
If you can scream, you're good.
I hit them at some weird angle, and then I had to do Scream.
And then I had to do a combo.
Then you had to do back forward, too. Aw.
Aww.
Aw.
Anyway.
Nice check at distance.
Okay, a little bit neutral here. Give me going for the up block. Give me and LonelyFans purposely just
He really just,
downplaying
like,
that aerial.
spaldings your face, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is full.
Oh, winning the
Nice,
air to hair.
yeah.
The hair to hair.
All right, got him out of the situation. He's going to ruin it from here. No, they both jump. That's
Little
punish, yeah.
awareness. A good awareness from both players, even though one, we do have Jack on our end.
Well, Lonely's been
good
trying to
on-
take advantage of the fear.
Yes. Yeah, he won. Yeah.
The throw punish here. Yeah, we're gonna spend it. Remember, that is a super. That's 340
Oh,
damage
that's
off
a
of
big
one just for
punish.
that. That's so unfortunate.
And he doesn't even have to use.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
gonna finish the string.
That was fire. Unfortunately, just a little bit over tension. And
Yeah.
good on HF for recognizing that and being like, you just let me win. You saw the call out. I saw the Queen's call out.
Oh,
right
I
there.
felt like kick tremor on the way down. Excuse me.
Alright, a lot of rocks in this matchup, I must say.
Yeah.
I just realized. Alright, the float pressure.
Yeah, we definitely got some earthbenders out here.
Two of them.
Try to kick him
Three of
again
them.
too, but I like that awareness overextended there. But I like that he is noting when Tremor is coming out in front of him and then trying to like increase the cooldown by sniping him, especially when Sindel's going to do such a good job of snapping at the end of conversions like that to reduce that cooldown. The longer you can keep him out of the game, the better.
Three of them. Has to use Breaker. We're already sub 400 health. Fatal Blow is
Oh,
active.
excuse me.
Big reset and maybe opportunity for LonelyFans to get something started. We absolutely do. The low kick gonna be starting it off as you go right into the air. Forces the Breaker once again. Big rock as well.
I'm so entertained that that's gonna clip. That's
you're-
nice.
Oh!
Oh!
Okay, now we're back.
It's okay. We're just
We're back. We're back. That was crazy. I didn't think he had time.
The no mix. He got it. He got it.
There
Dropped
we
that timing a
go.
couple of times on the last
There we
conversions. Got it
go.
that time.
Ew, that was gross. Don't do that.
Not the grub. Not no clap. No, I did not.
Oh,
think HF had
beautiful
time
check off that forward
to
four.
block that fatal blow, and thankfully LonelyFans was like, I'm still him. I
Yeah.
can still pick it up.
Here's the stomp. Oh, mistimed it, but the idea was there. And we're gonna stagger into throw. This fella Jax, yeah, just gonna ragdoll it real quick.
Oh, big up block.
Chanced it for Viltrum.
Oh, the hair whip.
The
Then we go
reset
for the
again.
lower-
Yeah, it's so hard to keep track of it.
Oh, nice catch with you're on your jump out. Of the, that combo.
Ooh!
Tremor attempted to save his queen, but was unable to. And that last moment breaker has to be utilized in this last
okay.
match. Gets the reset.
I
gets
get
the
it. I get it.
backhand.
He wanted to check his gangsta. I get it.
Oh, 3 hits in.
it's
Should
gonna
be
be
getting
fatal,
actually
yeah.
full damage here, albeit. with
So the
dashing.
lesson to be learned next time is that we can't afford to take that risk, right? Like It was, in another universe it would have been great, but we still have an opportunity to bring this back.
Oh, we're going for.
He's waiting for that timing. The Tremor armor
Tremor-
saved her.
Yo, Tremor armor. I need everyone to
If
lock
anybody
in
got
Tremor.
you, Tremor got you.
I need
man.
everyone to lock in Tremor at this
If
point.
anybody got you, Tremor got your back.
Yo, Tremor is on his knees bowing to Sindel.
I think
that
he's
is
actually
Sindel's
cheating.
bodyguard.
This game has had its couple of bugs, and I think that Tremor armor might be one. It shouldn't work like that. Bro, hitting him with the Street Fighter Cody special. Like, he's
I'm
just
saying the
chucking
dark
rocks.
Tremor is the dark arts. Every time I see him on screen, something happens.
You
I'm
ever
just
been
like, dude.
anti-aired by a pebble? Like that?
A straight turn Tremor block, and it's like, there you go. Anti-air. Yeah, the
Ooh,
press-
nice. Yeah, that's going to be easy pickup.
Listen, the pressure is on for LonelyFans.
Scoopsies.
Definitely the
Excuse
pressure
me,
is
miss.
on. There we go. 2 in a row. Do it again. Pummel coming in. You can't block that, baby. But we go in straight into the corner. Big block pressure, big corner pressure as well. Tremor going to be coming with the assist and allows an opening for HF once more for this scream and possibly the round if we
Launcher.
continue this pressure. There we go. The breaker has to be sacrificed here. Big up block punish.
right
Yes,
after,
sir.
yeah. And it's just momentum right now. HF is just clocked in.
Round 2.
Please check into your
Fight.
station.
All right, this is big.
Last ditch effort here for LonelyFans.
This literally could be last round. Definitely last
HF
game.
is not going to get off the gas pedal. I can tell you that right now. There's no reason to.
No, once he's warmed up, once he has water.
Yeah.
That water in his system, what's in the water? Hold on. What's in the water y'all have it here? We are locked in. We are locked and loaded. Almost no damage on HF here as we see LonelyFans' health go deplete further and further into this corner, into this madness. The Tremor
The
cameo
Tremor armor again?
also
Oh
is
my
just
God.
making nothing work. There we
Does
go.
it again. I think this is going to check him, yeah.
Oh,
They didn't
wow,
have enough
yeah.
time.
Unfortunate.
And that is going to be HF off the tear. Does this put HF
In grands, yes.
in grands, winners side, grand finals? Yeah,
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0 for HF.
Sitting very prettily in winners' grands here at the East Dojo number 2. Yo, East number Dojo 2. That's crazy.
Now, assuming that we haven't seen this battle yet, this next one coming up is going to be a great tell of the tape between not only two strong competitors, champions, and a variety of different fighting games themselves, right? Coming up, we've got, like, we're doing Steve Maigo.
Steve Maigo is actually playing right now.
Okay, never mind. That's happening right now. We're having literally Evo champion versus like ECT champion versus like these fellas have so many titles between themselves, and they're all streamed. We did that today.
So many accolades as well. Yeah, absolutely.
So many.
Such riveted players coming up on deck.
So
and
instead,
honestly, also two very cool guys. Like just commentating here and seeing the reactions, I love them.
So if I'm not mistaken, now there should be Point taking on JuanWique, which is going to be interesting. There is an issue with this set, if I'm correct in that this is Point versus Juan.
What's up?
Where I don't think I've gotten through a Long Island event in an MK bracket without watching these two compete against each other at some point. They just have a curse where they cannot run into, they can't avoid each other in bracket. It always happens. The last event I went to, they played. The last event before that, they both made it to, they played. Here they are, separate spots in the bracket. Come back through, they play.
They're destined. They're soulmates. They're bracket soulmates.
Are you up?
You
You
want?
want? Okay.
You want to get like quick water, or you ready to just jump right in it?
Oh, no. So this might not be it. It might be Coach T. So this is the second round I've gone on.
Sorry, I'm actually trying to get the camera scene for you.
I'm
Yeah,
trying,
no problem.
There we go. There's
I'm
a beautiful
applying
people.
my Vaseline because we are not about to be chappy in this
Well,
place.
listen, they put you up right before.
I'm saying.
Right before.
I'm looking extra short in this camera. Y'all can't do me like this.
Hello,
We are looking.
Hello.
We are looking short.
Welcome to East Summit Dojo, number 02.
The wire? Oh, that's
That's the spare one.
Oh, it's a spare one?
Yeah.
I love that for y'all.
We tried.
Everything on deck, everything taken care of.
I'm saying they take care of their players here. I love Long Island, low key.
I don't think there's a bigger fan of the action tonight than Pikachu over here in the background. Or Pichu, I
I
can't see
have that Pikachu.
Pikachu,
Yeah, it's
Pikachu.
I have that Pikachu.
I
It
know
was a
Pokemon.
gift like 4 years ago.
Isn't that the thing from Power World?
Loki.
Ashra.
Let's talk about it. Loki.
Isn't that the one? I think mine is still mining right now. I don't have a copy of the game.
No, me
I
neither.
respect myself too much.
Thank you. I did not want to buy it. No, I want water. He thinks. No.
Yeah, you're stressed. We're busy. That's a
We're
different
busy.
thing.
I'm
yeah.
stressed out. Yes, I want my water that you pay for.
I can't believe he just tried to call you a dork for wanting water.
Is
You know?
hydration bad? I'm confused. I want water. He called me short on camera. I can't believe this. I'm actually 6
That's
feet
crazy.
tall.
That's not enough proof, right?
I'm saying I'm
You
actually
really
6 feet
can't.
tall.
You can't see us from like the neck down. You have no idea how high up this table is. We're
Exactly.
standing right now.
Wait, you guys button checking?
They're on the platform back there, and we're standing up. Oh, we're gaming. Okay.
Oh, we're seeing the Motaro come out,
Left side,
however.
Steve. Right side, Point.
We got you. Don't worry, bestie. Listen, we had the Astra Motaro. Let's talk about it. This is what I have been waiting for all day. I want to see the vision. I want to see. Cause again, in my era, don't really see too much Astra Motaro or Astra in general. But y'all have been hyping this duo up for a while, and I'm starting to see.
It's
the
got
vision.
some stuff. So my curiosity factor comes into how much did Point practice this off stream, because about 45 minutes ago he didn't remember what the launcher was. So I'm assuming that like he took a second to go check.
I think he because look the difference here.
Yeah.
The difference in the Astra from round 1 to basically losers semis right now is completely night and day. Literally like Astra, night and day.
You notice the difference there too. Point was just concerned about getting his turn back, playing calm, cool, and collected right now as we move forward in loser semifinals. Winner of this will go on to play LonelyFans.
And winner of that will go on to play HFM
HF.
Grands and has to get the reset as well.
And
from
I've got to be
losers.
honest too, like, you know, I've been friends with you, which means that by proxy I've been following HF's journey. Has been waiting for a day like today.
Oh yes.
Has been waiting for a day like today.
Oh yes.
And it's very capable of like getting it there. Both of the competitors that any competitor that HF might run into in grand finals already kind of cleared out. Right, so it's just a matter of like staying calm, cool, and collected, and doing it again for HF,
And just getting that, just maintaining the momentum, maintaining
and having
the
two
pressure.
opportunities to do it.
Absolutely. But before we talk
Donkey
about that,
kick.
we're back into this match. PointPrometheus is now on the deficit here as that coveted Baraka strike axe. Oh my God.
Honestly,
Baraka
for somebody
striker.
like Steve, strike axe actually goes so hard.
Strike
Like,
axe. They're
We're anti-Aaron,
finally
and Striker
showing
says no.
how well we played, but the reflect from Motaro does come in and slight punish on.
I'm
Coach
actually
Steve.
curious. So if Baraka amplifies projectile and Motaro reflects it, does Baraka take bleeding damage from his own spark?
That's a good question. I feel like it might. I feel like
Gonna
it would.
lab it later.
Oh, that was a beautiful connection
Little
from
mistime on the
PointPrometheus.
Motaro there, but
Look
it's fine.
at this. Look at this. You're just falling really slow. Completely
Yeah,
caught
classic.
up. Motaro gonna be making sure you can't do anything in that corner, and then the pressure in the corner is gonna be ending it out ending out the game. But yeah. Point goes to Prometheus. There we go. Another nice extension coming in and big in the air, but no anti-air. But this allows, at least Coach Steve to get something started. Get what Baraka is so good about, which is that rushdown damage, and then also the striker to cover his bases.
Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting too is that Point is not one of those competitors that's going to unnecessarily press buttons on defense. If anything, he'll be a little too hesitant. Can we talk about the duck?
I see it. Let's go. Into the corner. Let's go. We have Fadeable already ready. This is what we're talking about. Yes, Baraka is just so good at depleting your life bar faster than you can really, like, you understand that's gone. I feel like on the other hand, Astra is just one of those that she kind of outplays a lot of the people that she goes up against.
That Motaro shield so helpful too.
All night.
You want to talk about the dark arts? Oh, and we're out of there.
Great Dark Ascension, but is it going to be for anything as we see the reflector? And wait, that was huge.
I'm
Nice Ascension
convinced
coming
he's
in.
doing it on reaction too. The way he's been timing Motaro, it has felt like he sees projectile and then summons.
Being a little bit neutral.
He is
25 seconds
praying for
left.
Steve to throw out a back forward one. He really is. Slow on the money there.
There it
Oh!
is. There it is. Just the sweeping pressure of Baraka secures the round for Coach Steve and possibly the start of a first point on the board as well.
Beautiful duck again. And so what's happening now is that Coach Steve has just clocked into the fact that in neutral,
Yes.
it's going to be Point's job now to fight the habit to go for that 4-2.
Oh, I love the jump up as well. Look at this. Love the pressure as well. Point is also in the corner. Can't really do much about it until we just get maybe a little bit of breaker, but even then the bar is just a little bit too low. Finally finding an opening to actually get out, get the reversal of positioning as well. But Coach Steve with that aggression is able to push himself out whether you want to or not. Oh, striker
Yeah,
covers
tighter
it.
with
Yep.
the timing. Tighter with the timing. Usually you can fit it down 2 in there, but Steve has been covering it.
Okay, damage scaling does damage scale, but another little high poke secures the first point on the board for Coach Steve. Love to see it. 1-1 could be, this could be a really long series as we've been seeing for the past couple of matches now.
All right, let's see how the adaptations are made here.
Round 1, fight.
Right again. Spark at distance. Beautiful timing on that jump in.
Okay, great momentum, great pressure as well. I think just Coach Steve is kind of back in it. Game 1 was a little bit, very much in PointPrometheus' favor. He had the matchup, he had the lab being done during the first 5 minutes of our matches. But Coach Steve is also probably doing the same thing because now he's back on his coveted Baraka striker and he is working PointPrometheus out. That was almost a flawless, almost.
Yeah. Just tearing through Asa right now. Every bit of that disfiguration that is, makes him so insecure helping him right now.
Oh my god, you saw how long it took for Astra to start that projectile from her sword and allows Coach Steve to actually come in and interrupt it. Get the positioning, get the good advantage state as well for himself.
The launcher here. Gonna take the easy damage.
Just stab, 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 stab. Go back on the floor. No delay get up. Gonna be continuous pressure on. Striker coming in for the assist.
The overhead gonna take care of that.
Dude, wait. This is crazy.
And now
Baraka's
Steve
back.
up to the 1. Yeah, the adaptations have been made so fast. Like Point had a very, very strong first game, and Steve has just been on the money with it since then. And now Point gonna go ahead and take a look at the character roster here. Are we just switching over to Lau? Yeah, we are.
Oh, absolutely we are. And honestly, fully agree here. The pressure can at least stuff out, at least with Lao Hat and things like teleport, it'll help Astra get out of those high pressure situations that Motaro just cannot assist her with as effectively as Kung Lao can. But we'll see as push comes to shove, can that really happen? You saw the Lao Hat array come down, and Coach Steve is ready with that block, ready for the awareness of the way that this new cameo is going to be working out in his favor. But there it is, finally, nice tension coming in to help Prometheus get something started here for the first time in 2 games.
Steve immediately shutting down that momentum, and the whole problem for Point is avoiding this exactly right here, right? Once Steve gets a turn going, it is so hard to get him off of your back. That's not only true for Baraka, but you have a veteran of the game that's been doing this for essentially the past decade, you know, to great success.
Oh, big punish. Back into the corner, trying to push, you know, Coach Steve out, but PointPrometheus stuck in this corner for a little bit longer, and the mix-up I feel like from Coach Steve is so good. Great poke, great overhead as well to get out of the situation, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what, you know, Astra should be able to utilize, and then the fatal blow just to get the point.
And I'm not saying it's a discredit point because he did what he did, but it worked out this way. She actually, animation-wise, just ended up avoiding the back three from Baraka.
There it is. All right. What a beautiful fatal blow. Just so pretty.
Round 2. Fight.
I always compliment the animations in this game. They are very nice to watch. Oh, the armor through. Not going to be stuffing out Coach Steve whatsoever. But is it going to be much? Not at all. It's still relatively even here as we continue this kind of long-range gameplay. The Night Tension is out. We are definitely seeing the Dark Arts, as you mentioned earlier. But Dark Arts or not, Baraka does not care.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit neutral here. Striker not going to be able to get the full, his potential fully realized here, but neither will PointPrometheus. But at the very least, you have a life lead a little bit here. You have a little bit of positioning. You're in the corner, but can you get out? Good back escape coming in from Coach Steve, which allows him to maintain this corner pressure against PointPrometheus.
Oh, that's punish. Yeah, he drops it too, unfortunate.
I wasn't expecting such a a punish like that to happen in his favor. I wouldn't personally. I'm bad at the game. He got it.
Gonna go here. I imagine Striker comes. No, he's gonna work it without. The 4-4, listen, got as much damage as he could, and that projectile, that distance, is going to get the job done. This is going to be Point's last opportunity to make an adjustment here.
Fight.
Has it happened now or never? Because this is technically set point for Coach Steve. PointPrometheus can get another game out, maybe two, if we can lock in his possible last round for himself. But with the honestly, again, the pressure, the corner carry from Coach Steve. Look at this. Rusher going right back to the corner, may I say. Gonna be throwing you actually to the other corner. Ooh, we're going all around the world today. Loser's time. Striker coming, covering in, and yeah, the high block not able to get anything.
Coach Steve getting that job done is going to take that set 3-1 over PointPrometheus, eliminating Point from the bracket. They shake hands off screen.
Yeah, they chillin'. That's fourth, correct?
Yeah,
I think so.
Point going out fourth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just wait here for the news on what match we're going to witness next.
Nah. You can't see my mouth. No, it's okay.
No, we just need a...
I need a high chair. I fear I need a high chair.
What is...
Mind your business, HF. I need a high chair, huh?
Should be LonelyFans.
Yeah, it's updating right now.
Yeah, it should be Steve versus LonelyFans coming up.
I love that name, LonelyFans. LonelyFans.
It's gas.
It's so good. It's so good. No, I can't live like this. You gotta back up. If I back up, I look a little bit taller. Okay, yeah.
We had a spare controller somewhere. It's the white one with the blue thing. It was the spare controller he was borrowing. Mab took it. I know Mab knows where it is. Alex. Okay. Never mind.
We got it. Perfect. We all good, I promise. Look, the venue's getting packed. I love to see it. All the FGC be alive and well.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's this?
Losers
This
finals?
was played out already. HF won this.
3-0. It was 3-0.
Yeah. Mm.
For HF?
For
Yes,
HF,
3
yeah.
HF.
Yeah, there we go.
And then we're gonna be seeing LonelyFans and Coach Steve. Okay, Coach Steve.
Hold on
Pop
a second,
off.
guys. Don't start yet.
Button check if you'd like. Just don't start playing.
Oh, they don't need button check. I love that. Proficiency. Efficiency.
No, I got at least for a second. I gotta get my games in.
I keep looking at the little figurines behind me, and there's a Dragon Quest one right here. I'm pointing at it right here in the camera.
I'm concerned you're gonna buy it too because
I
it
might
looks
buy it.
relatively affordable. I think I'm seeing 30
I
buckaroonies
might-
on it.
We may be buying
Yeah.
it.
We might be going home with some. We might be going home with some prizes regardless.
We may be going home with some Dragon Quest stuff.
We may be going home with
you
some
know
Dragon Quest
what?
stuff.
We may.
I'm seeing a yes from the crowd.
I'm seeing, yeah, I'm seeing a yes, because someone knows my addiction is very bad. Big fan. Big fan of the store in general. Lots of really fun stuff. There's also a whole wall of figurines over there. There's
Yeah.
a whole wall of figurines also on this side. Like, and I love figurines. I really need to invest in like a bookshelf, not a bookshelf, like a display shelf
Yeah.
for all like the figurines I really want to buy at some point.
General Shao.
Not the internet.
Jax. Kano.
All right, we're locked in. We are locked in to the.
All right,
oh,
then.
I'm seeing the Shao Kano. I think
Yeah,
we
listen.
mentioned that briefly
Yeah,
during
yeah,
Coach
it's in
previous
his
set.
Rolodex of characters. It's usually before the Peacemaker release. It was whatever version of Baraka works and whatever version of Shao Kahn works. This is a brawling fella.
And I respect it. I love the brawl as well. I love the rushdown. I love just the big beefy guys being big beefy
Yeah.
guys. Big fan of big beefy guys.
Beautiful start with the 2-2 to connect. One of the easier hit confirms from Shao and great range on it too with that disjoint.
I mean, these are two high pressure characters going against one another. These matches should go by in a flash. You know, no one's really gonna want to slow it down unless they are absolutely in the deficit. And I feel like with Coach T, that's just showing out more than
Oh, they
ever.
managed to connect.
But look at LonelyFans. This is the pressure I was talking about with Omni-Man specifically. This man is in your face. He is Omni for a reason. He wants to be up in there.
And Steve trying to use the armored wake up to get out of the situation. It kind of does and doesn't at the same time. Jax off screen still putting in the work. Flawless block as an option instead. I like that.
Block
Usually
fall?
people are, well, because everybody goes for the up block, and if they're too slow on the timing, they just accept that they held it. But Steve with the situational awareness to make that adjustment, he used a flawless instead, end up with the same result without having to overcommit.
Round.
And I think that's scarier, if anything, because that was very on reaction. That wasn't unintentional at all.
You know, he realized I got the flawless block. I'm going to be able to really punish you off of this. Unfortunately, it was unable because I think Jax did
Protecting.
protect Omni-Man there, but going into second round because again, Coach T got the first round started and we're getting the second round started in our favor as well. Look at the pressure. Look onto the axe as well. Oh my goodness, over there. Got our axe reset. Kano Ball is setting up for that pressure, but I mean, LonelyFans has his work cut out for him with this humongous deficit.
That's the big pickups. Yeah, we're just going to slam him back down on that axe.
Yoink.
Get that first point on the board.
Finish him.
Shao Kahn
Coach Steve
is
getting it taken care of. Menacing.
such a good character.
Prejudice.
I love this. I've loved Shao Kahn since I was like my first getting into, sorry, MK9. I'm sorry. When I was first getting into Mortal Kombat, like raw. He's just
Yeah.
raw. Capital
And this
R.
is definitely the most interesting he's been. Like this is a level of
I
intricacy
agree.
for Shao Kahn that we're not used to. That's going to be guaranteed punish. We're trying to get away from Jax as best we can.
But Jack still comes in clutch for the assist and maybe opens up opportunity for LonelyFans, but the block drop. Okay, Cushy unable to actually build off of that either. The axe. There we go. That's what I was expecting. Going in for a little more of a mid-range game because of the disjoint from the axe is so good for Shao Kahn to just kind of interrupt the LonelyFans' approach. LonelyFans' setups as well. There we go.
Yeah,
Boom,
finds
bam,
it
bam.
again.
Slish slash. Oh, Kano.
Baited him with the stagger into the Kano.
You know what's so messed up? Sometimes I don't even notice Kano coming out because he's wearing all white and his background is all white. So I'm like, where'd that knife come from? Oh, okay. Hi, Kano. Big slam. Oh, big down two. Okay. Bigger down two.
And
may I
notice
say.
Coach Steve using the stand too to hit Jax as well too. Like at that distance was still able to kind of like nullify him for a bit. We're gonna watch that cooldown meter try to reactivate so that LonelyFans can get his stuff going again.
Because there's no axe in our hand. Back in our hand, and we see the forward throw coming in as well. Gonna be sending him right into the corner. Trying to go for a poke. Trying to bait out that what's it called? The chest.
You know, I think it's just a level of surprising
Yeah.
patience that LonelyFans is having a hard time adapting to. Steve is pushing the pace so hard that by the time LonelyFans thinks he has an opportunity to kind of
doesn't.
cheat his way out of scenarios, that's the exact moment that Steve kind of like halts his pressure, and his ability to manage that
Round one.
has been the difference maker here.
And like I mentioned, these games will go by very quick because of the playstyle of both these characters in of themselves and how they're meant to be played. We are already on game 3. LonelyFans has not been able to get really an answer for this rushdown brawler archetype of Shao Kahn. And then coupled with the Kano ball or Kano, Kano's knives, it's working out so well for him.
All right, nice push in the pace. Had an opportunity to try to contest there. Was hesitant on it.
Oh my god, did you see that? Pretty much everything, I feel like everything that Coach Steve is doing is just on reaction. That
Yeah.
is how good his reaction time is to characters as fast as Omni-Man. From all the way side to side of the screen, Omni-Man to be that fast, but the block is going to be
And
allowing Coach Steve to save
It's the
the
big
day.
difference maker too, because you can notice how immediately it is kind of like cracking the composure of LonelyFans, who just like is trying to find any resource he can use to stop the momentum of Coach Steve, and it's just been working to no effect.
God, I feel like, again, the axe, the destroying from the axe is also just putting in a lot of work, because you see that LonelyFans otherwise is spacing these jump-ins with the aerial very well, but unfortunately we're not taking into account the fact that the axe just gives Xiao that much range that he needs to negate those opportunities from LonelyFans.
Immediately woke up and jabbed Jax. I mean, Steve has just been so on the money. Connects that distance. The overhead whiffs, and that's unfortunate timing with no ability to break. This should, for all intents and purposes, be the end of this game.
Match. Yep, absolutely. A 3-0 coming in from Coach Steve. Gonna be seeing himself
Match
placed.
was close. His match was close.
In my heart, was 5 games. In my heart.
No, just that I went for game, you went for match.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, we should have talked about this.
I always say match. I go round and match. I always think about like game 1, game 2, game 3. A lot of different terminology that I got.
A lot of different
Lots of
terminology.
different terminology. Oh, we have a double cam?
With double cam, yeah.
But we will be
And I'll tell you guys too, it's been very tiring standing here this whole time doing this commentary.
Yeah, we're just standing. Like, this place is huge. You can probably imagine. I'm 6 feet tall personally.
It's good for my health, but I'm feeling it in my hips.
It's a standing desk.
All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we have worked ourselves down to the ultimate finale of our Mortal Kombat 1 bracket. If you are lollygagging around and you'd like to catch the, how do I want to phrase this? The quintessential climax. Yeah. If you're ready to witness the quintessential climax of our Mortal Kombat 1 competitive competition today, we are now here on Grand Finals. Winner's side is going to be held by HF, the Sindel Tremor that has been just going on a complete tear throughout the bracket. And on loser's side, we're going to have Weapon of Choice's very own Coach Steve, who has not only been tearing through in dominating fashion, but doing it with essentially a Russian roulette of characters, right? Like, I'm just going to spin the wheel, and we'll see which one I'm going to defeat you with today. Not yet.
And I also think that, you know, Coach Steve's on this Shao Kahn has been the biggest factor.
Yeah.
Like, that is probably been the strongest character he's been playing, has been the most consistent character, and the scariest character.
Well, it depends matchup-wise, too, right? Because
For sure.
the whole thing we have to go through now as far as, like, a thought experiment is that which of the 3 characters that we've seen, because it's going to be one of them, either Peacemaker, Shao, or Baraka.
There we go.
And you just let me do that.
Yep, I'm sorry. I also did not remember what we played.
Which one of those 3 characters we believe? We're just checking on the technical difficulty thing. Which one of those 3 characters he best believes is going to deal with this Sindel?
I can't believe that after 2.5 hours of watching this immaculate bracket, we go back to domestic violence. Ain't that crazy?
No, but the mainstream audio is delayed. That's why, yeah.
Ah.
Try it again. There we go.
There we go.
The classic.
Like I said, we go back to Mommy
By the way,
Dagger fighting
Elgato,
at
we
home.
love your products.
Very sad.
And I'm not being cynical. They really have amazing products. That is like the one technical issue I've ever dealt with those capture cards.
Oh, for sure.
All right, winner's side of this bracket is going to be HF, ladies and gentlemen.
On winner side, of course.
Sindel,
Yes.
Camilleones.
Camarón.
Sindel con chicharrones. Taking on,
Con chicharrones.
taking on some General Shao chicken.
Can we get Edgar with that?
Listen, I just want to stop talking about it. I'm
My
hungry.
fault. I'm also a little bit hungry. All right, look at the pressure. Again, I feel like, again, the General Shao here, also a character that I don't feel like is played all that often. So the matchup check is vital for HF, especially because we have to make sure that we win this first game, because Coach Steve has not won not 1 set, but 2 to get the reset and to actually win today's bracket from loser side. And we're doing an amazing start with an almost perfect, flawless
Well, this is
round.
one of the few strategies that Steve hasn't tried yet, right? Like, okay, you've gotten through this, you've gotten through this. Now the new check is, can you handle the immense pressure of my Shao Kahn?
Because what HS is going to want to do is slow it down.
Yeah.
You know, that's what his game plan has been. He's been playing a pretty defensive Sindel all throughout the bracket, and some players really do crumble to the pressure of it being so slow. They don't know how
Yeah.
to take that give and take game.
Look at how effective it's been so far, just rushing him with violent intent.
Trying to go for double ground pound, but it's, again, Sindel able to go in the air. And look at the big hop from the fan toss coming in from the Katana
contest.
cameo. And then that allows HF to get a side switch as well, able to get back in his favor. But the big break here is, of course, the breaker that had to be utilized. Coach Steve knows we don't want to deal with the big Sindel's combos, but with no breaker now, he had to kind of eat that about 35%.
Here's the pickup. This is still very possible for Steve to bring back with one hit confirm into fatal blow if he can find it.
Oh, nice duck down.
Oh,
with another
and that was
poke.
it.
Big escape.
Oh, and that. Okay. We avoided for one more instance.
This has caused a the overhead with a whiffed grab, and that secures the
A
second round
half
for
step too
HF.
far away. And had he just stepped in a little bit, that was it. HF actually would have held that.
Final round.
He would have won. He would have lost a round for sure, for absolute sure.
Well, Melina coming out and helping out a little bit. Sorry, Melina.
Kamalina. Cade.
Katana. Katana with an H, you know. Katana.
Kithan. No, it's horrible. Never ever.
That's how
ever.
Melina pronounces it.
Oh, big. Big if true. Good stuff
Oh,
from
the
HF.
momentum shift so far from the side of HF.
A slight drop, but still got a lot of value out of the stun anyway. So that maybe I think Coach Steve just has to really be
wasn't close
back
enough to get the
in
confirming
that
stream, though.
aggression. There
Ooh.
it is, the air to air. That's what I'm talking. Ooh,
Had he
another
picked
side
that
drop.
up.
Ooh,
They're being so cautious, waiting for their moment.
I love this. I love the respect. No
Ooh.
toss, but no follow up, and big could be a big punish. Just kind of here and there.
Yeah, there's so much just trying to stay composed here.
There it is. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Good float.
That's a
And
bait.
baits out the up block. Very smart tactic from HF all around. That was crazy. That was crazy.
All right, nice. And I like the chameleon to be non-committal.
And you know what I want to say? I haven't really been seeing HF utilize the fan lift in that way before, but now he's using it straight for movement to go straight into a higher float.
Well, mind you, too, Steve has done such a great job of anti-airing him that now essentially HF is just using Katana to make sure he can commit to an option, kind of float, and make sure he's out of harm's way before he figures out what his next move is.
Absolutely, and look at again, this all happened just off an up block, but we do a little bit of whiffing. Happens to all best of us. Coach Steve, it would recognize that you whiff this, I can actually play the game. The breaker has to be utilized in order for HF not to lose 30% of his health bar. Okay, another little bit of Serena action coming with the J Chameleon. The overhead, double overhead coming in. A little bit of the projectile as well. A little bit of a low from the hair. Big throw.
Over here, yeah, but such a steep hill to climb.
For sure, the Kano came out also not gonna be helping out too much. The Jade of the Jade Glow not gonna able also to stay on screen for too long, but HF still able to get the pressure coming out.
Fight.
I didn't even see a round 2. Okay, my fault. I didn't.
All right, nice here. Solid damage. Good trip up. Staying reserved on Kano, too. Usually Kano's been his answer to cover that. It's just, while he has a great life lead, doesn't feel like bothering with a resource. It's going to be the first use of it.
Oh, this is huge. Look at the life lead now, like you were saying. Great poke in order to poke out the float.
And that's why the fan lift has been so helpful. We're trying to avoid situations like that. That's going to be round secured for Coach Steve.
Very quickly as well. I mean, again, these rounds go by so fast when Coach Steve is in the hot seat.
And I will
in the
tell you,
driver's
too,
seat.
one of the biggest nuisances between rounds is having a situation like that and watching your character decide to walk away taunt. And you're like, no,
And you're
stay
like,
here.
wait, where's
stay
my
here.
where's my pressure? Where's my
Why don't I get to
positioning?
choose?
Because now that HF has a lot more space to play around with, this allows him to have a little turn in the driver's seat, especially with the scream to help facilitate that even better. Not going in for the projectiles here, alongside the Melina cameo to cover the air.
Oh, that glaive hitting.
Oh, that was a great high glaive, yes.
No commit.
Gonna be stuffing out the Kano. He's on cooldown for a while now. Ooh, that was
Almost did it crouch fast,
yeah.
you know.
Now we've seen, I was gonna say, we've seen Coach T take 50% here, but instead it's gonna be HF once more taking this into
see what
his
happens.
round. We have a 2-0 on the board so far.
Round 1. Fight.
No, no, too much.
Switch. Going into this game
No, no,
3,
no.
it is match.
Sorry.
It is match point for HF. Coach Steve has a little bit of a mountain to climb here as well, but it's definitely doable. We've seen it happen. We've seen him have these little moments of life where we can take HF's bar down to 50% twice, and then he just evaporates in 20 seconds. It's just a slow down gameplay that HF is so good at demanding and making sure that you cannot just win off of aggression. But this time, in this round, this first round of game 3, we're seeing that aggression, we're seeing that game plan from Coach Steve.
Let's see. My realm needs me.
2. Fight.
Now look at HF in
Kano
the
against the
corner.
cover. You're either plus or you're fine. You know, like it's. Oh!
You're in the corner. What do you do against Shao in the corner? He doesn't have axe at least, but now it's back in his hand. Have to utilize more of those fisticuffs, the fisticuffs instead. The axe again gone on the floor. The pressure here is immaculate coming in from Coach Steve going into this game 3.
Cat command grab has been helping so much.
I'm saying this should be the start of a reverse 3-0 for himself. And I'm sorry, the first reverse 3-0 and a first reset.
Oh, we just accepted it.
Oh, yep.
I get it. I get it.
At that point, what do you do?
Yeah.
Reset it, force it neutral, and learn. Do not go to the corner. Do not allow yourself to back up to the corner. Okay, J Clay coming out was probably looking for the Molina but the switch did just happen as he timed it for Jade. Here is the stun once more from the star. I'm gonna call it the star scream. The star scream. Trying to go for the backhand. Big overhead coming in from Coach Steve once more. Trying to go for the cameo, the Kano cameo. The Molina ball roll does come in clutch again as a low with grab. Very interesting, but the low sweep gonna be able to reset it once more. Oh, I love that pickup from Kano cameo into the axe swing. Okay, into the corner you go. You're gonna eat 30% for free. Do it again, yes sir. Oh, a little bit of a drop, but we continue the pressure with the overhead, yes sir.
Nice, yeah, beautiful answer on the whiff.
Good fan lip, has to get out of there, but I think that Coach Steve has kind of, fallen into the habits of HF in the corner.
All right, lock him down. This has been a great momentum shift for him, though.
Fight.
Whatever he figured out, if he can keep it clocked in for a little bit, I like that stand 2 to get out of the situation, but of course, the forward 1 going to take care of the issue here. HF pushing the pace, getting the corner carry, and this is going to go right into Sindel mind games. Oh, actually, to assist to disengage.
You just disengage. Jade came in right now, but unfortunately cannot utilize it for the next 8 seconds. Switching over to Katana. Can he get the fan lift here? He definitely does.
Oh, just gets out of the situation, and a beautiful whiff punish again. He's been so on the money with these.
In the nick of time as well, because she had just swapped to Katana.
And now that increased usage of Chameleon. Goes for it. That's going to be guaranteed punish. That's freaky. I don't know if you want to give him that opportunity.
That's freaky.
Yeah, it's freaky.
A little bit of backhanding. Great towards escape from Coach Steve. I was expecting a little more back throws in order to reset the corner situation, but big fatal blow should be connecting here, and
he found it.
We found it. We found the momentum.
Found it. The answer was back 2 the whole time. Ladies and gentlemen.
We have game 5.
Now keep in mind, this is still the first half. If Coach Steve is able to take this set, he will reset it in grand finals, pull HF down into losers, and we get to do it all over again.
Absolutely, and look at the start here. This should spell victory for a great amount of percentage. Even the reset to make sure damage game isn't too bad. Gonna be canceling over to the Jade cameo. Gonna be resetting the damage getting once more for HF. Can we get another scream out? No, instead choose to disengage after the overhead.
They caught up. Nice pickup from Steve. He's gonna immediately get nullified by HF, who does not want to deal with it.
HF often to actually straight up just go for that.
Steve's gonna get that. Yep.
More range game plan, and Kano knives are so good at touching the toesy woesies and make sure HF cannot play in the air like he wants to.
Y'all saw that dog, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, we got walk away, reset, go full screen, a little bit full screen.
Oh my god, and is still able to get the pickup. Have all the songs been written?
Oh, big stomp, big knee as
Oh,
well.
drop.
The pressure.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, he had to. Probably was mashing. Had to go for the back throw as well. Going to the corner. This could be where Sindel can reign supreme, but HF choosing to back out a little bit. I'm not sure that has been really the best game plan here because I feel like Coach Steve has really adapted to closing the space very quickly, just like this.
And it's like if you're HF, you just want this set to be over like so fast, right? But you've got to be careful to not end up in the reset just because you're trying to rush it. Has the ability to break, yeah, it's going to kind of be forced to. That's kill if you don't.
Yeah,
But now has to make this comeback without the resources.
It feels like HF is kind of in the hot seat now. Now the pressure has been really amplified tenfold by Coach Steve.
Listen, still sitting on that fatal blow. One confirm could get us back in here. Ooh.
Oh, nice cancel into the air projectile.
Ooh.
Another one to boot.
Give me one more ooh in this game. No.
Oh, that's a bad ooh. Bad for HF, but great. So much so that we
Ladies
get a
and gentlemen,
reset.
let's reset, yeah.
We get a reset,
We're going to reset those scores. We're going
baby.
0-0. HF now pulled down to loser side. Coach Steve with the comeback.
Yes, sir. Shao Kahn of all characters as well.
Let me get a cheer in the crowd if you ruined for Coach Steve. Let me get a cheer in the crowd if you ruined for HF.
That's what I'm saying.
That was exactly
That was
even.
exactly
I love
the
it.
same. Everyone's
There was,
going
I
for the
didn't,
same
I didn't feel
people.
no bias. I was trying to find it.
Absolutely no bias anywhere. Everyone just wants everyone to have a great time. And of course, I want HF to lose.
Let me get a ooh if you respect Sindel. And that's what I expect.
Respect. Respect. Oh, we see
And
the
what's better about
swap.
that is now I know everybody's paying attention, so the oohs were real. You know.
All right, we're seeing a swap here over to the Tremor cameo, where that's what HF has really been running most of the bracket. Maybe Sans round 1, and now the reset. We're going over to the Tremor once more. Coach Steve is very familiar with this.
Let me get a ooh if you think that Shao Kahn and Sindel go to the same nail groomer.
Boy, those long
They
nails.
stopped by the same lady, yeah.
Oh, big start coming in for Coach Steve.
Okay. Pressure being established here. This is beautiful
Oh,
interrupt.
Yep, armor right through, and this is exactly what we've got the Tremor for, the damage reduction from the crystalline armor.
Yeah. And I'm interested too in the fact that HF didn't really test out this team, even though this is what technically beat Steve before, up until the reset. Like, was completely confident trying to run Chameleon the whole time.
I mean, he loves playing Chameleon as well. That's also another one of his secondary cameos. But I feel like just Tremor's just more consistent in the fact that it's this. You saw all that?
Yeah. Well, I'm just solely interested from the fact that you would think that, if anything, set 1 would be the time to experiment. So you could go into set 2 knowing which one you think is working better.
Yeah, you're right. He did stay with
Yeah.
Chameleon for a very long time. Maybe he was anticipating the reset. Maybe
I mean, it wasn't like he was failing horribly with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just everybody has different perspectives with it. This is going to be pretty much a confirm to kill. I don't see HF dropping this anytime soon.
Yeah, has been very consistent in that maneuver for the entirety of the bracket. However, I feel like this is definitely still due for Coach Steve. Has to readjust to the new cameo, basically a new character with Crystalline and Aftershock, all both being very, very capable options for Tremor.
Yeah, and I think that Bulletproof Vest is going to help HF find the confidence to push the pace harder too, knowing that we can get past a lot of Xiao's offense and neutral.
Okay, big forward throw, lack of attack. Gonna be keeping HF back in the corner where he does not want to be against Xiao. Even with the crystalline armor, we get the drop, we get the pressure as well, we get the scream, and a armor to boot. We don't want that extra damage coming in from Shao Kahn, who can definitely do a lot here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a great point you made with the Tremor armor. How much worse could that 2-2 confirm have been?
He would have been at half health already. Now we're at half health. Now this is where Coach Steve should be able to kind of play with his food and maybe even more. Tremor trying to come in for the assist, but was unable to actually do anything about it. The pressure here is immaculate. The
Look at
chip
that
damage
shit, yeah.
also is so good.
We had to, and like we very really had to sit through what, like 8 different attacks there.
Oh, very early break in this round 3 of game 1, may I say.
I guess I understand, right? The mindset of like, let's avoid the situation altogether again. Nice, flawless. That makes that punishable, yep. Not every character in the roster can do that, but Shao Kahn, I mean, if anybody's going to be familiar with Sindel.
Not only just Shao Kahn, Coach Steve also just has been the most consistent in hitting those flawless blocks throughout the bracket, I may have noticed. The flow
Ooh, get her out the sky!
completely punished, baby girl. Absolutely not. Get on here. Boom, bam. Get back in the corner. Bam. Give me that. Kano ball. Give me canceled. All right, this has to be a comeback that HF has to make right now. And oh my goodness, the mix of all mix-up coming in as well. The double reset into the fatal blow, reset into 7 hits. That's not going
I'm
to kill.
surprised he didn't want to
Absolutely
hold
not.
on to the threat, too. Like it's you're kind of in like one of two camps, right? Like I either get this big damage and then it's a guess for game scenario, or I'm gonna loop this in the threat of also having fatal blow as a guess for game scenario where you have an easier hit confirm.
46%. The matches are so close. The life lead is basically non-existent as who can get the chip damage. We see the constant pressure on the floor from Coach
Yeah,
Steve.
and that's the problem.
And
He found his
this
turn.
should be it. There it is.
He found his turn. That was all he needed.
We can play the game. We can win.
Round
The first point of the night into this reset going towards Coach Steve, a difference in what has been very consistent for HF typically.
Yeah. And listen, the first time these two met, it was very dominating in HF's favor. But Steve didn't really entertain Shao Kahn throughout that set.
No,
right?
he did not.
He did the Peacemaker, did the Baraka, and now has brought it back home. I do think out of the three characters he's played, obviously Peacemaker's not going to be for contention in this like conversation. But I think Shao Kahn is one he split the most time into. He's definitely played a lot of Baraka, but I think he's found home with this character more often than not.
And don't forget with the Baraka Cyrex, it was still so dominant in HF's favor. Like it was almost a double flawless at that point. So
Listen,
I know,
there's a reason I don't think Steve has been willing to entertain teams outside of this right now.
absolutely not. I completely agree. This could be a 3-0 in Steve's favor. I feel like I love seeing mini progressions throughout bracket. You get 3-0 by or 3-1 by somebody like HF, then you go into the reset. You reset it at a game 5, and now look at the dominance here from Coach Steve. Until right now, finally HF able to finally put it in his own favor, put it in his own turn. As we see the entire bar just go down to sub 400, sub 300 even. Good flow, good interrupt on the overhead as well with the low.
Trying to find his footing here.
Goodbye, Tremor.
Tremor, yeah, but doing what needs to be done to protect. I like that too. That very easily could have led into like a 2-mix scenario.
Yep.
That would have been game.
Big up block. I want to see some more of those as well. The punishes with the up blocks have been really good for HF and has been able to utilize them because I think just Coach Steve in that dominance just does not have to jump in as often, but he does jump in a little bit more.
Well, I understand being cautious too, specifically against Shao Kahn, because he does have such a disjointed jump in that like kind of
Yes.
crosses up and it can make up block punches very awkward.
Yeah, so we need a good start going for the back throw. Wants to annihilate.
Yeah, gonna
assume the
give up
pressure.
damage for positioning.
Absolutely. As you should, look at all this space on the left side of the screen, but as I said, you're being carried over there, whether you like it or not, and good back escape as well. It wouldn't have been terrible to be thrown backwards, but better than forward throw. Oh,
Sweb tries to anti-air. Luckily for him, it didn't work out against him.
the whiff there can we continue in neutral. Some block damage, some pull damage, some chip damage. Good flow. Understand the ground pound was coming in. Okay.
Patience here as the
There we
pressure
go.
gets implemented.
Both players playing so respectfully of each other, of their
that's
finishes,
unfortunate.
but that's exactly what HF
Yeah, you
needed, the
cashed out
opening.
right now. Steve has no meter to do anything about this. If you land this reset, it's basically game, but never mind. Doesn't go into axe slam, which is interesting.
Absolutely no axe at the moment. Goes for the armored overhead. They punish, good delay get up in order to try to mix up the recovery options, but that is going to be
Tied up 1-1. HF now starting to bring it back.
Yes, tied up 1-1. This might be another game 5 we remember seeing here tonight.
Oh, we are milking this set for content. We're getting everything out of this.
Are real? Or we're chilling? Oh man, speaking of chilling, we get the scream up off the bat immediately. First 10 seconds of the game.
Again, that flawless block. You talked about the level of consistency with those. Steve able to use them again to great fashion. You march
with
down. There's that
grab.
cross-up we're talking about, quote unquote. It is MK, but
I'll call it a crossover. That was a crossover because you were
Yeah.
still facing backwards after the whiff grab anyway.
catches with the sweep, and again, just playing that mind game with it.
And look at the life. That was off of one interaction. HF has no health. Absolutely none. You're back in the corner once more. What do? You have Kano throwing knives. You have a big axe also coming on your way. You have an armored attack as well. And you get picked up and thrown on the other side of the stage. At the very least, in this next round, you're not in the corner anymore.
Yeah, and HF only really up right now in the sense of meter. 2 bars to nothing on the side of Coach Steve. So Coach Steve doesn't seem to be too concerned about it. Trying to establish some pressure here. Flawless block.
Okay, great.
Whips
punish.
again, yeah.
We're seeing the same thing again. Oh, instead going to be going in for the mix instead, and properly guesses the mix
Beautiful,
as well.
yeah,
Coach
beautiful
Steve.
defense.
Great defense, as you said. Yep. And also great offense. Look at this.
Now gonna force you to hold that pressure. Beautiful throw. It's his
Oh,
turn.
big
Nice armor out.
Big armor, big overhead as well. One of the most
misses
even
it by-
games we've seen all night right now. Look at their health. It's pretty much close as close can be. But Tremor assists with the approach for HF. This is not going to be taking it quite yet, but it's definitely securing a spot closer to a round 2 in favor of HF, and it absolutely does.
Final round. Fight.
Someone put on Sean, and it's
Yeah.
like I am dancing over here.
All right, here's the launcher. We're still basically as tied up as we can be. HF choosing to hold this combo. The meter's there. Never mind, we're breaking.
You don't want to hold it because he was going further and further into the corner, but even with the break, you're back in the corner and no follow-up off of the backhand. So unfortunately, it's going to be allowing Coach C to continue this honestly aggressive onslaught of pressure, of attack, of damage. And what's HF going to do?
that's-
Just
yeah,
to
that's
hold
round.
that. That's the round. Yeah, he understands the round. Not main menu. It's 3. You have one more game. Yes. No,
No, it's-
2-1.
It's 2-1.
General Shao.
He lost track. Yeah, you have to. You have to. He really said GG's before the next match.
You should have just got up.
You should have got up. You should.
Wait.
Yes.
Yes, 2-1 Steve.
2-1.
2-1. 2-1.
2-1.
Chameleon.
Don't listen to this HF. You know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Everybody else had it.
Everyone else in the venue
Everyone else
had it.
They're not letting you breathe, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, you're in another bracket? Yeah, he's in another bracket, is he?
All right. We continue forward. This is going to be the last chance for HF. And I'm worried about the mental stack, considering you just thought you threw it.
He probably lost. Oh my goodness.
It's hard if you convince yourself that it's over to go like, okay, I can take this. You know, like you kind of. I get worried that you've already accepted it. You
Yeah.
know, like.
And that might be it, but even then, it still has been a great showing. From
I mean,
him
he's gonna try,
all
and it's
around.
Sindel. There's no guarantee.
I mean, I know. And we're back on the
Look at
chameleon
this,
as well.
you know. Hey, get off me.
Back up. Kano.
Easy pick up. Yeah, we take this for kill.
There we go. Yeah, another round secured for Coach Steve.
All right,
One more
now
to
we are
win.
on match point.
Yep, one more to win. Just one more. That's all we need. Hey, going in for Jay Glaive, going in for, again, another Jay Glaive. We don't have a cameo at our disposal. We didn't get to activate the command that allows our cameos to come back even faster. So HF has to really hold everything just by himself.
Nice, yeah, pretty consistent answer too. Stand 2, dash up, get the other 2, and then just decide how you want to end that route. It's getting pretty close now.
Good cancel on the float. Going into some more pressure and a fan lift. Glad we can see it once more, but again, Coach Steve aware of the situation, aware of his win condition, and I think this should be game. And I didn't say that another resurgence of
It's gonna
life.
be hard, yeah.
From
Now we
HF,
find
but
it.
the knee to the face.
Now we're done.
Do me a favor.
Gonna be a beautiful, beautiful reset into a 3-1 win for Coach
Ladies
Steve.
and gentlemen, your East Summit Dojo #2 champion, weapon of choice, is very own Coach Steve.
Very good games all around. He has to lock into a whole new bracket now.
and then whoever that Sendel dude was.
Yeah, they should be locking into Grand Blue.
Switching
right?
over to
All
Grand
right.
Blue,
Thanks, guys.
I don't know. Do you think is it running
No,
okay?
you should be fine. Yeah.
Go straight to Grand Blue.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising.
Steve.
Yeah. You do Grand Blue. What's your don't just said? I'll take a picture of stuff.
Anthony the Hedgehog. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Let's go. We're way behind.
You got a spare wire here on the floor.
We're going to be here a while. Yeah, biggest turn we got. I mean, it's only the second month.
We're swapping. You're gonna go on. Can you commentate? Or?
Huh?
Can you commentate?
Yeah, why not? I just need water. Is there water here?
Somewhere. Yeah, get it.